Ethan. Aloha. Hello, can you hear us? So we can hear. I can hear. Are you guys there? Oh, there we go. Nice. Now we can see. And it does look like our voices match the video. If I can't speak properly, if I could speak English, it would match. But whatever language I'm speaking matches too. All right. So our looks like our test was successful here. What's going on, Pod TV? We're starting a little early on this one.
Are we?
Well, we don't have to actually start. We're just doing a little pre-show right now. Pre-game show.
Game show.
Yeah.
To the actual game show.
Me and Jeff here together.
What's up?
How you doing, Jeff?
I'm excellent, brother. How are you?
I am very good.
Good to hear.
This has been one of the best weeks in a long, long time, man. Having Mark Emery back from jail has been just absolutely amazing. So
Yes,
it really couldn't be a bad week. It's been fantastic.
Captain back at the helm of the ship.
It's very cool to have him back finally.
It's amazing how many people I met at the vape launch who've been like, I work for Mark for 3 years. I've never met him.
I know.
And I was like, wow.
There's a lot of people who work for us who have never met Mark ever. And they were all kind of, I think, a little nervous because they have heard stories about Mark, of course. Everybody has a story about Mark, so they didn't really know what to expect. I should have my Kush Cup pass around my neck.
Yeah.
I don't. I am wearing my old school Kush Cup shirt, though.
Good thing it's the
We've
pre-show.
got the drapes pulled, so it's not just blasting you guys with sunshine from behind us. It's a nice day out there. But, yeah, we're going to start Cannabis Culture News Live in about 5 minutes here from Mega Ill Pizza. This is on Kingsway in Vancouver. It's the kickoff of the Kush Cup, Vancouver's premier marijuana strain judging competition. I guess it's really the only one in Vancouver now. So that's why it's the premier one.
It is.
Yeah. You can be at the top quite easily if there aren't any others.
That's right.
Yeah.
Corner of the market.
But speaking of cannabis cups, Jeff, you have your own cannabis cup that you are. This is the fourth annual now? Fourth annual.
Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup.
That's right.
It's been up September 26th, 27th, 28th. So.
In Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
You betcha.
Yeah, and you can get tickets right now, can't you?
Yeah, tickets are available online at
Yeah.
SaskBerryCup.ca.
Saskberry Cup.
Saskberry. Yeah,
Nice.
Prairie.
I like it. Yeah, so we'll be talking about that more. I want to talk to you about some of what we've got planned. Like, you know, we're obviously here at a strain judging competition, the Kush Cup. Why can't I speak? I need more
dabs.
I can't. I'm having a problem with my tongue today.
Pre-show.
Yeah, no kidding. I haven't
It's a
actually
pre-show.
buckled
We
down.
need to take 5 minutes.
Yes, get
Jeremiah
this
can
guy
make it.
fucking high. Mm-hmm. Mmm.
A little bit of cheese for your day.
Oh man, that tastes good.
Man,
Wow. That's some nice stuff. You know,
might be some of the strains you get to try at the Prairie Medicinal Cup.
so tell us about that. Do you have a number of strains
Don't
already?
have an official number
No?
yet. No. As we creep closer, next 3 weeks, I'll know. But I'm anticipating 20 or more, which is up from last
Wow.
year. About 16. We had 16 strains last year, so to have a jump up to 20, possibly potentially 25, that's a good move forward.
No kidding.
Yeah. So we'll see how many of those come in Saskatchewan-based strains.
And so we have, of course, flowers. What about extracts?
Extracts, end of it, we didn't have an opportunity to arrange for this year. We actually had to delay, as everybody knows, because of the court injunction with the medicinal program, the MMAR and the MMPR and that whole big switch over. We were waiting to find out what was going to happen to know whether I could actually get medicinal supply and host the cup this year. So because of the court injunction, it held us up 2 months in our planning, left us with not of a window of opportunity to introduce a concentrate category.
Right. So that's crazy. Also,
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year,
Now we've
for
got
sure.
this Owen Smith case. And,
Yeah, that's huge. That's president across the country. So everybody should be arguing anyways because there's that dirty mandatory minimum if you're not even if you're not medicinal, I think if you are medicinal, you can still get in trouble for making concentrates. Looking
Yeah.
at 2 years in jail if they bust you actually making it or making edibles.
It's bizarre that they force you to ingest it in a way that actually might be more dangerous. You know, smoking, if there is any danger at all, it's going to be with smoking.
That's right. And I mean, of course, nobody should be intaking that much heated smoke over a long period of time anyways.
Right. Edibles.
Yeah.
Edibles are a safe way for people to take their medication.
Tinctures or sprays or can of caps. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know,
any number of ways. So they say the volume's a little low on the mics, Tom. Maybe we can turn that up a little bit here. I think both, maybe. They say that it's just a little low on the mics.
How's that now, guys?
Yeah, tell us if that's good. We're still shooting the volume here.
It's
and
the
how's the video? Tell us out there if the video is going smoothly as well. On my monitor, it kind of looks choppy, but that usually happens on this Mac when we're streaming at the same time. So if the chat lets us know, just the honest people, none of the trolls, please. So yeah, we're gonna start the show in like 1 minute here, getting ready. Hopefully, the weed guy, Mark Clokeed himself, will be joining us.
He's a busy man.
He is. He's running around doing a lot of stuff right now.
That's right. A lot going on. Busy place here. Down in Mega Ill.
Mega Ill. Yeah, so we'll talk about that once we get the show started. I guess we could just go live right now. It's only 1 minute too, probably 30 seconds too.
Yeah, sure.
As long as so they're saying that it is choppy. How's the internet connection? We're on Wi-Fi. Right. So we could, if it's too choppy, we could bring the quality down a little bit. We are using Mega Ill's wireless router, so it's probably not the best one in the world. We could bring our own. We do have our own router, I believe. What do you got there?
Get you in Game of Thrones. Find that big ice wall with those.
Is if we don't connect this on the other side, because all you have is 2 lines. When people passes here, you go down to 0 lines. We don't have internet.
Oh, yeah.
So this will boost our signal dramatically.
Yeah. Well, will it take long to put it in?
How long can you put this in? That should have been put in as soon as you got here, Tommy.
Yeah, no, we
couldn't
bring it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little choppy. That's okay. Well, you know what we can do? In the meantime, we could go on one of our phones.
Go and just put it fast, Tommy. You got everything?
He's going to go plug it in? Okay. Yeah, so everybody out there saying that they can see us, but we're a little choppy.
We're choppy.
Yeah, it's because we're broadcasting at full strength, and it's not really the best wireless signal in the world.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can boost the signal and clean it up a little, guys. Sorry.
Oh, it could be. Oh, you know what? I bet it might not even be the internet. It might be just that we still have that problem with the frame rate association. Like but it's at 24, and I think live stream's trying to go at 25. Can you change it to 25 in that one? We'll give that a try in a sec. Yeah, it could be. It looks on my screen. It was going at a pretty good frame rate there for a while. It wasn't terrible. So, but yeah. So I think guys, we're gonna just log off for 1 minute while we plug in a better internet connection. And we'll get we have our own router that we brought just to have a super fast feed if it ended up being a little bit choppy. So we'll give it a try and see if our other feed is better. And if it takes too long, we'll go live on one of our phones real quick to broadcast and get back live with you guys in a sec. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Peace. That sucks.
But we don't even need to shut it off right now until they get back, so we can just hang out and chill.
Oh,
we're just chilling. We can just get high.
You can chop it up here.
Yeah, I will have another dab.
We need to push this down.
And what are we dabbing?
That was LSD.
That was LSD?
No, that's the non-carbonated.
I only wanted marijuana. No, I dropped some acid on the show.
Barney's Farms LSD.
Ah.
Good for epilepsy.
I see.
Strain developed for it, apparently.
See, that would be fun, doing acid on the show. Wait, Mel Hempseed, who's sitting just to our right here. Didn't we do acid on Pot TV the other at the Glass Gathering?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. We were trying to stream from our cabin, but I'm not sure how good the signal was. Yeah, so chatters, how's the feed right now? It's hard for me to tell. On the other one over here, it looks like it's actually pretty good. But you guys tell me how it looks while we're still doing the troubleshooting here.
And 2 big adapts.
I'm assuming the connection is going to go dead because they're going to switch routers in the other room here. But oh yeah, there was no CCN last week, but the From Under the Influence hasn't been uploaded yet. Greg is still working on it. They say off and on choppy. Yeah. So it's not the best wireless signal in the world, but
they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it. And I believe we're also broadcasting at marijuanaman.tv. I think we have our marijuanaman.tv crew. I can't really see them or anything, but that's a whole new thing that we're working on where you guys can actually sort of join the party and have your own little cam and your own screen, and everybody can see you and you can see everybody else. It's a cool little setup that Enrico and Thomas have been working on.
Yeah,
so
something they've been putting together. I like it. It's the community all together.
Yeah,
across the globe.
So, Thomas, what do you think? Do we have to shut her down for a sec? Okay. New router. So, we're back on. You guys might be seeing black at the moment, though. Might take a minute or two to actually get us patched in here.
All right, want another dub?
Oh, man.
Then maybe you can talk?
Sure. Finally get me high enough to actually do the show properly. Here we are. All right.
We're back
so
up.
Now we can see ourselves there. Hi, Selbs. And hi, Pot TV. That means you can see us way better, they say. So, yeah, we actually hooked up to a router with some power now. We brought our own tank of a router along. Enrico, thanks, man.
I think some of that went up in smoke, but I'm all right with it.
Oh, baby. That's really nice. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. What was that? Same stuff?
UK cheese.
Lord, that's good. Adam Bowen's in the house. We got quite the crowd gathering here at Mega Ill. Do we have other cams, Tom? Show them the crowd cam.
Hey, give him the crowd cam.
Give him the crowd cam.
The crowd pleaser shot.
I teamed out for the BC Marijuana Party.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Crowd cam. And then this one. That's crowd cam number 1. This is at Mega Ill Pizza, right here in the city of Vancouver. The first pizza infusion with weed shop in town.
You gotta love it.
First pot pizza place.
Cannabis infused pizza. You can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong.
They're in my bag over there. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, Green Supreme. Hilarious. I was just in there. They look good. Bathrooms look excellent. Nice and clean. I wouldn't want to eat a pizza off the floor or anything, but. So, yeah. What's up, potheads and political junkies? You're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. We're getting started here at the Kush Cup, 2014 in Vancouver. Mark Clokey, the weed guys. From Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
What's up,
He's
everybody?
The one feeding me dabs here to make sure that I can actually speak to you guys properly. They've been doing the trick, man. Thank you. It is working. Not bad. We've got the sublimator in front of us here that we're hitting off with, the little mini guy. It's nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too.
Less of a space to draw from.
That's right.
Those long ones. Out of breath by the end of it all.
Yes. The lovely Vanna Courtney with the glasses there. Awesome. And also, I have my Kush Cup access. Oh, I have a judge's pass, but this one is an access pass.
There's
I don't know
the judge.
I don't know what the difference is, but I have
There's
both.
the judge pass.
I'll wear an access pass, but I plan on being a judge as well. Definitely. What'd you say, Mel Hempseed? Oh yeah, yours is somewhere around here. Yes. So, we're getting medicated on Pot TV here at the Kush Cup. So what is the Kush Cup? The Kush Cup is Vancouver's only strain judging competition. So MedMark has, I guess, about 15 strains lined up, he said.
Something like that. I think some
He said
concentrates
13
as well.
concentrates as well. So it should be good.
I think maybe if we try to next year Prairie Cup, maybe do an edibles category as well.
That would be really fucked up. That would be so insane in edibles. That'd be awesome.
I had some
edibles
delicious
competition. People would just try baking a whole bunch of crazy shit and get you totally zooed. You'd be gone for 3 days. You'd miss the whole the end of the competition and everything.
Get there on Sunday at the award ceremonies. Like, I don't know, man. What?
That's so funny.
I had some cannabis infused lemon meringue pie. It was absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
lemon
some
meringue.
friends got ripped up on that last night.
That would be cool. Yeah, here at Mega Ill Pizza before, I've had some cheesecake that was like this glowing green cheesecake. It was so awesome. It tastes totally delicious.
Nice.
It was some of the best cheesecake I ever had, infused or not. But it was definitely weedified as well.
It was still good cheesecake?
Oh, it was totally awesome. So, yeah, Mega Ill Pizza. That's Mark's Pizza Place. I guess that's where people are coming to pick up their bags. Is this the place?
This is the place.
Okay, so this is the actual kickoff location that was
official kickoff.
Kept so secret until today.
That's right.
That's right.
So you come down with your pass, get your goodie bag, and then I'm sure people are going to hang out and sample a little bit, I'm sure of it. So
taste some samples. Now, are they flipping pies back here at Mega Ill today?
I don't think so. I think they're still under renos.
Oh.
They're redoing the kitchen floor, I believe. So
that's right. I saw all that back there.
Yeah, so no cannabis infused pizza.
Oh,
today.
that is a shame.
But down the road,
makes some of the best pizzas in town in the city of Vancouver, infusion or not. Like, just the pizzas themselves are delicious, and that's what really matters. You know, if it was a shitty pizza, just because it was weedified, I wouldn't even give a fuck. But they make, like, some gourmet-ass pizza down here, so.
I think it's a beautiful thing if you can infuse it and then enjoy both the pizza and the weed world.
Yes.
And that's double your pleasure.
And that is delicious.
That's like getting your munchies before.
Oh, the big camera? Can you plug it in? It's okay. I can plug it in after. Should be okay. But thank you for letting me know that. I have a dead camera battery. So we got Thomas on the boards. How's it going, Thomas? We should have a microphone over there for you, too. We should have you mic'd up. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Tom has been helping us out in the past few. Him and Enrico working together, setting up a new system for Marijuana Man TV, which allows us to broadcast on Pot TV simultaneously. They have better equipment, so we're just going to try and do it all at once and get Thomas to help us on the boards because he's a good producer. So, yes, hopefully we get everything suitable for your broadcasting pleasure. And so you guys can let us know at any time if the video or audio is off in the chat. It's really loud in here. They have, like, blenders running. Somebody has a cement mixer set up in the corner here.
Yeah.
Marius is playing with his jackhammer, and but he's quiet with that. But
homeboy saying I'm choking my head off. I coughed a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. The sub, man, it hits you hard, right? Get down here to these Vancouver dabs, they're out of control.
Uh-oh. Hopefully they're clean.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So the Kush Cup. Not only is it a strain judging competition, but we also have live music. I think several nights of the weekend.
Yeah.
Tonight is old school hip hop crew Naughty by Nature. Some of my favorite hip hop crews out there. Naughty is old school shit. Started in 1988. Put on by Queen Latifah, who was, holding shit down back in the 80s.
You're getting everybody fired up.
Yeah, and Latifah was like, she was kind of the socially conscious raps, but Naughty kind of had some mad street cred. But they were still down with OPP, Hip Hop Hooray. They were very anthemic. Their songs are very anthemic. They love the anthems.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've never personally seen them live, so I'm really looking forward to being an old school hip hop fan. And
I've seen them once before live, and they were dope.
It was sick. I heard the 2 Live Crew was here last weekend, and I got in on Saturday, but we didn't find out till after.
That is a fucking. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
The day I got in last week, right before the
Damn,
rally,
man.
Yeah, they were here, and I didn't even know.
I am such a huge fan.
Me too, bro.
I am such a huge fan.
Since I was like 12.
The crew, 2 Live Crew. So, and here's the weed-related Mark Emery reference on this one.
Exactly.
Mark Emery was the guy who legalized 2 Live Crew in Canada.
Yeah.
Until Mark Emery decided to buy up a whole bunch of Two Live Crew albums, ship them into Canada, and sell them at police
They were
stations.
banned.
I think that's what he sold at the police stations. Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
he
banned.
called them and publicly told them that he was going to sell them on
Yeah.
that day. And
Yeah.
then he started opening on Sundays and selling Two Live Crew records on Sundays.
Yeah. So
man, you
Mark
gotta
Emery
love
broke
that.
the Sunday
It's
shopping
a beautiful
laws.
thing, man.
But yeah, we wouldn't have Two Live Crew. We wouldn't have Nasty as They Want to Be
That's
rap.
right.
Yeah, which is some of the best hilarious stuff from the 80s. That album, As Nasty as They Want to Be.
I like that
Uncle Luke.
early public defiance stuff, that
Yeah.
really paved the,
NWA,
the way for it.
Eazy-E. Yeah, and if you're going way back on gangster rap, Schoolie D,
Yeah, Chuck
PSK. Chuck D is like,
D.
Public Enemy is like probably the most socially conscious rap out there.
Yeah.
They're like fighting power
Shock
still to
G.
this day. Yeah. Oh,
Run
are you
DMC.
talking about Digital Underground?
Yeah,
Shock G.
yeah, Shock G,
Yeah,
man.
Shock G. You know that's where Tupac
The
originally
Guru.
started.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Exactly. And Tupac was actually
I
a
know
dancer for Digital Underground
Yeah.
before he was a rapper on one of their songs.
Love my hip hop,
Yeah.
bro. You too, I see.
I'm a huge hip hop fan. Yeah, we're going with all the crazy references. Somebody said Fat Boys in the chat, which are
Nice.
awesome. The Fat Boys are awesome. They were in the movie Wild Style, I think, or a couple other movies that were pretty awesome back in the day. All You Can Eat, good tune.
So Naughty tonight.
Naughty
Where's
tonight.
that
We got
happening?
carried away.
The
That's
Harbor
happening at
Event Center. Is that
Harbor
where it
Event
is?
Center, which used to be called Gossip, I believe.
You blaze that place out? We're gonna blaze that place
I'm
out?
not sure
or
about
what?
that. The weed guy's
I-
gonna have to tell us.
He said something about going there for the Warren G concert, and they were like blazing it up crazy.
Maybe we can blaze it up.
I don't know, man.
That would be, sometimes the bouncers get a little unhappy when you're doing that kind of stuff, like flagrantly out in the open.
For sure.
But
We gotta go old school,
we'll give it a try and see.
Won't be like last year, the place where Be Real was.
Yeah, exactly. That was the where was that?
I don't know the
Orpheum or Queen Elizabeth or something?
They were closing it anyways.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass thing because the bouncers didn't like that the crowd was lighting up.
No.
But B was on stage lighting
I
the
know
joints,
there's a
and
bunch
so
of
the
people
crowd
got
was getting
kicked out
rowdy.
and stuff, so
Yeah, seemed unfair.
it seemed a little crazy.
Yeah,
So maybe this place will puff it out and they'll be cool.
yeah.
We'll have to get the bouncers stoned and then they'll
We
chill.
should.
They'll be chill on it.
Exactly. Just hit them outside when they're on their break first, and then when they come in, they'll be like, "Whoa, dude, don't worry about it." But yeah, the Weed Guys, of course, has a boat cruise lined up for this weekend as well.
That's right. I think that's on Sunday.
That we can puff on for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boat cruise I always look forward to.
Yeah, that we can definitely puff on.
And then
It's loud in Mega Ill Pizza right now.
Super loud.
That's the sound of pizza. No, there is no pizza today, but
That's the sound of Kush Cup
that's
excitement.
yeah, there's a lot of people here picking up their bags and stuff. Does Medmark actually have the bags prepared on time this time?
I believe so. We got here earlier, and I was helping next door bag up the last bit of samples.
Nice.
And as I was coming over to start the show, they were saying they were ready to move forward.
Excellent.
So everybody was high-fiving
Good.
each other. So it
Yeah,
seems-
because that's
seems
always
like it
trouble. At all of the different cups I've been to, it's always there's some sort of delay with getting the strains to people. Usually, like it's 9 times out of 10. We should almost get a
it's
cam
Enrico.
over on these guys.
was.
We
No
should get
doubt.
Where's the crew
Enrico's
cam?
drawing a crowd.
Yeah. They're recording a video over there.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't have the mic, so they're probably
Enrico
not
always
as
the
loud.
loudest Frenchman in the room.
Canadian Giant thought there was a fight in the crowd.
No, that's
Could
just
be.
that's just
we do have some troublemakers here. I see.
that's just the subculture.
Yeah, that's just a crazy French guy.
Yeah,
Well,
Sublimator's gonna be in the house this year at the Prairie Cup as well. So it's
course.
nice to see everybody coming together this year.
yeah,
They're out
it's
here,
cool
they're
to-
out there, they're out in Toronto. It's nice to see everybody everywhere.
It's nice having the Sublimator crew in town, of course. And we have lots of friends who actually make it in for the Kush Cup. That's why I like these events, because they draw a lot of our friends to come to
That's
town.
right, that's right.
Yeah, like, we have some of our favorites who show up for these events, and they come from Toronto, they come from places in the United States.
Yep.
Some people come just across the border from Washington and other
For
places.
sure, so close.
So, yeah, it's fun. And I saw Corey, Trip C, in the house here, and we got some of the rest of the posse, too.
Nice.
It's getting busy.
Enrico is smoking it down
I
crazy
know.
over there.
I know that our lighting is a little bad because we're in front of this window. We drew the curtains, and it's really kind of the darkest we can get, unless we turn everything around and face the opposite direction, which we could do. We could have the crowd in the background, I suppose. But I kind of wanted to. So today on the show, not only are we going to do the Kush Cup and take you guys through exactly what's happening, we're going to try and acquire a bag on air here and dig through it and see what our strains look like. That's kind of the plan,
definitely
right?
Get one of those. I haven't got mine yet. I came over to do the show.
Of course.
But
So
I do have the judge pass. So I will get
I also
it.
have a judge's pass over there in my bag.
But we should see if we can send somebody to find us a bag.
We should.
Okay. Well, we got time.
Yeah, and you know what we'll do is when we set everything up, we'll turn the cam around so we can shoot from the other side, and then because we've already actually got the cam set up, we can just switch
maybe
around.
It won't be as dark for
Yeah,
people, right?
exactly. Yeah, and then we can actually give you a good look at the samples and that kind of stuff with one of our bud cams that we'll set up. And as well, we're going to play videos today. I just wanted to play a few videos, not too many. But, of course, Mark Emery has just returned. Now, I haven't actually had Mark on Cannabis Culture News Live yet. I haven't had a Friday where we've been able to do the show and get Mark in the same room and everything. Mark's not coming to the Kush Cup this time around. He's busy doing other stuff. So I guess they're going to have Mark in the flesh on this week's show probably for the first time.
Nice.
I'll
tune in.
Yeah, but I did want to play some of the videos about his return.
Absolutely.
Some of the different things that have happened I think are worth playing on the show. And they've done some really great media appearances that I thought were some of the best. As you guys know, Jody Emery she's attempting now to run for the Liberal Party of Canada. Hopefully she gets accepted and becomes the nominee for Vancouver East. That would be so cool.
That'd be amazing.
So Jody's been getting a lot of press for that as well. Some of the broadcasts that we're going to play for you feature Jody talking about her Liberal campaign and giving some of her pot policy and things like that. So I thought the videos were cool and I wanted you guys to see them. I thought Mark and Jody were both in there.
We're getting told happy 420. Happy 420 Pot TV. We better have a toke.
We should definitely have a toke.
Thank you. Happy 420 to everybody out there.
Oh,
we love you guys. Happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody.
And it's still 420. I'm in the lucky zone today.
Oh, man. That's nice. Very nice, very nice. So, wow.
Yeah, make you choke a little bit.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
420 hit.
Big 420 hit. Thomas, you gotta hit this. And Thomas, if I tell you the names of the videos and send you to the front page of Pot TV, you can grab some of the videos I want, right? Awesome. Wow, nice fucking toke there. Hammer that shit. Bam. Yeah. Got down there. We got a lot of friends in the house today.
Right on.
I even see Neil Magnuson back there now.
Oh, Neil's here. Awesome. Little old cannabis.
So Jeff, now that we're actually started the show here,
yes.
I wanted to tell people about the cup that you have going on.
Yes.
Which is the Saskatoon, the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
You betcha.
And that's coming up in September. What's the date?
Last weekend in September, 26th, 27th, 28th this year.
Yeah. Marius is showing us.
If
yeah, we already announced it.
Yeah,
Marius is a minute behind.
Yeah, Marius, better late than never. We better get Marius then.
We got Rico doing a little filming now. What's up, man? We're doing a live broadcast here on Pot TV.
Yeah, I wanted to bring you something quite fantastic.
What do you got? What do you have? Oh, I would love for you to. Enrico says he's going to bring us something fantastic.
See, every time we go to talk about the Prairie Cup, we end up going off.
Let's talk about the Prairie Cup. So,
hold on, I got to turn this up.
The Prairie Cup, this is the fourth annual
Prairie
Medicinal Harvest Cup.
Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup. Oh, I'm moving the table.
You're not allowed to use the word cannabis in it. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
Is that, it looks like... So, wait. Don't take that too far. We want to put it on cam here. So here.
Wow.
This one.
Wow.
So, take a look at this, cammers. Here, let's move it over here.
We're serious here. Good, pure, legal.
Wow. That's amazing.
So we have a pizza box. That's a Little Caesars box full of some kind of shatter product. What is this stuff?
Yeah. Who knows what it is?
Let's get the man back.
Wow.
That's really big.
That's about all I can say.
That's a pizza box full of, what is that, Enrico?
This one is a bubba. What is it, Jay?
Can I have
That's
a
okay.
dab of that?
No. Hold on.
Enrico, are you sure there's enough for me to have a dab?
Oh, we got 2 boxes. Oh shit! It looks like
Hello,
peanut
friend.
brittle. Looks like peanut brittle.
It does.
Oh my god! Wow.
Wow.
Holy
that's pretty
fucking
much
shit,
how I feel.
man. Wow, that's gonna take us at least a night to smoke.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's good?
That's congratulations.
Wow.
Heard of that from the slab? Hey, Rico, take the microphone.
Yeah, give Enrico a mic.
Did you ever hear of a dab from the slab? I'm sure you heard about this. It started at the Kush Cup last year here. Well, today we're going to give you a dab from the pizza box.
Ah.
So dab.
Hit
It's
that
nice.
up. Big
So where is
Jeff.
it? It's right here.
Oh,
So
yeah,
a slab
look at
straight
that.
from the box, but breathe slowly because we got 2 slabs. So 1, 2, 3, go, my friend. And we'll go from here, and we'll grab another slab from the other box so you can taste everything. And this is how we do this.
Bam. Nice work.
Oh.
Hammered that shit. Look at those boxes, man.
TC concentrates are the boys,
Look at those damn
responsible
things.
for all that madness,
Wow.
that goodness.
Wow.
And how's it taste?
Amazing. Amazing. Beautiful.
Nice.
This was performed
I wanna-
on a Cascade bird oven.
Can I try the other one, the little bottom stuff? What do we call? Does it have a name? The different things? Yeah. King Bubba Moon Rock and King Bubba Sugar Wax. That's King Bubba Sugar Wax. King Bubba Snap and Pull. Pull it. Wow, we have like a crazy new whole lingo going on here. We're gonna have to start like categorizing all the different kinds of extracts. Yeah, hit me up here.
Let me take it.
Here, I guess, can you switch cams? Oh yeah, that one's wrapped around me. Just use the other cam, that one right there.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You ready, sir?
All right, I am ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
Nobody. I've never
Keep
seen
going.
anybody.
Oh,
The only shatter I've seen dabs off the slab.
The connection went off.
Oh, connection.
Wow.
Nice, got it.
oh baby. Oh, that's good stuff.
Is this one down?
Oh man, that was crazy. Here, finish that off. That was crazy shit, man.
Okay, that's good. That's the one that's on.
Yep.
Keep it there instead of Tommy.
We got the pizza boxes.
Yeah, the pizza boxes.
They look good.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
yeah, I just want to show you the
Holy
difference. The
motherfucker.
pull and snap is like pull and snap is a very clear stuff, you know. It's,
Yeah, that looks really good. It's so clean.
You're like, finish that. I'm still recovering from the one I had.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We can see how the Kush Cup is going to be this
He ninja'd
weekend.
me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be just ninja dab after ninja dab.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
all stuff for people that are entering to the judge class to come try and.
Well,
So
we
come
wanted
on down
wanted
to the
see
Kush
what
Cup.
would be in the
Thank you,
goodie
Enrico.
bags.
What a fucking amazing
Thanks,
thing.
Enrico. Wow.
So come down to the Kush Cup and hit the pizza boxes with us. Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm sure they'll be packaged a little bit different, but yeah.
Wow. I guess that's for the cup.
Hit the pizza boxes.
Hit
What did
the
you do
fucking
this
pizza box.
weekend?
What's up, man? How
Hit
you
the
doing?
pizza box.
Oh, yeah, right. Paul, good to see you, man. I think he might be in the other room. Mark. Oh, to Matt? I don't know. I'm not sure about Matt. I don't really know. But yeah, we're live on Pot TV right now, man. It's okay. It's no worries. I was just letting you know. You should come and say hi. Come and say hi. We got Paul here. There you go, man. Hey, guys. Yeah, you're over here. You'll see yourself in a sec. There's a slight delay on our monitor. Mel Hempseed's over there, too. Hey, Thomas, can we switch cams for a second? Give us the Hempseed cam. There's Hempseed. Hi, Melly. How's it going? Mel's at the Kush Cup, helping out. She's coming on Pot TV. She's supposed to be helping out, hosting and stuff. She's going to be here over the weekend doing hosting duties as well. Yeah. That's right, that's right. She should be wearing this access pass. Yeah. Here, you take this access pass. Whoa.
Crown me.
Crown you. Okay, here, you crown yourself. We'll get it on cam. There you go. There she has her access pass now. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus, Mel.
beautiful Melly.
Yes, yes.
Hemp seed.
All right. Okay, so. So I'm getting high already. Uh-oh, we dropped our cam here. Getting high already. And, Thomas, are we back on the other cam? Yeah, awesome.
All right, that was a little bumpy ride.
Yeah, that was fun. Wow, I am really baked now. Holy shit. So I guess I do want to play some of these videos. I should tell Thomas which ones I want to play.
We're going to get into the videos.
Yeah, so now,
and then we'll talk
Jeff,
about the Prairie Cup.
how long have you been in town for? No, let's talk about the Prairie Cup first.
So we're going to talk
you
about
tell him about the Prairie Cup. I'm going to get the videos up on the screen.
And I've been in town since Mark got home.
So since it was Sunday.
Saturday. I got in the day before.
Did you? Okay.
But then I was there for the rally on Sunday and had some words and had some fun and yeah, man, it was great to see Mark come home.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Amazing. Like the best part of that is to see him back with Jody and have his family together again. And
totally.
That's the most important thing, right? Like,
oh yeah.
And
he's having a good time too. He's having a blast.
That camera.
That's okay. We're just gonna keep it where it is. That's quite all right.
So the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup, September 26th, 27th, 28th.
Yeah.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, 4th annual. You can buy tickets online, saskprairiecup.ca. You can email us if you want to get involved, if you want to enter samples, or you want to come and volunteer or anything. You can email us at saskprairiecup@gmail.com. So get involved if you're near or around or whatever. If you want to come see some Saskatchewan growing strains and enjoy Saskatchewan hospitality and enjoy one of the best cups in Canada, then the Sask Prairie Cup's where you want to be.
Yeah, now we're going to be back there with Pot TV as well this year.
You betcha.
We're going to be broadcasting
Very blessed
live
to have you guys back.
For the people who can't come down to Saskatoon to see the thing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. What are these things?
What do we got here?
Some
concentrates.
All right.
Some concentrates.
Eyes are watering. I'm so high here.
Like, we need some more concentrates, rather.
Is this more concentrates? Oh, man. They're handing us weed here. There's just vendors handing out free stuff in the crowd here.
And this is what was given to us. So
very nice.
I'm gonna hold off for a minute because my throat's still pretty ripped from the pizza box scenario.
Yeah, the pizza box was nice.
That is probably the most extracts I've seen
in one place
all at once in a while.
Now, how I wonder?
Most people don't roll in with a pizza box. Well,
not usually. No,
I have to say,
not usually.
Never mind 2.5, I think. So.
Yeah, that was basically 3 pizza boxes full.
Well, I would say 2.5. I would say that.
I guess the pull
and snap.
Yeah, pull and snap.
I
love that name. They don't call it shatter anymore. It's pull and snap.
That's right. So
who
definitely
came up
pull
with that
and
one?
snap
I
my
like
lungs.
It. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just queuing up some videos here for Thomas.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm having a lot of fun today, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for letting me come co-host with you today.
Oh man, I love having you on the show. It's always fun. Now, in order to get a Kush Cup pass to get here for the whole weekend, I believe it's $200, right?
$250.
$250.
I paid $250.
Oh, I'm underselling it. Yeah, $250, and that includes the boat cruise, the
That's
naughty
right.
shows, the other parties.
Yeah,
there's also, what was the other thing there is? Forgetting something.
There's a band. There's a full reggae band, crazy band that's supposed to be amazing and phenomenal.
We haven't announced either that included in the Kush Cup whole package deal is the Trailer Park Boys, the guys who play the Trailer Park Boys, their new movie called SwearNet. It's going to premiere as part of the Kush Cup
on
Monday night. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I won't be here for that. I got to fly home Monday morning and get back to my regular job.
Now, that's the part I don't think we can broadcast on Pot TV, unfortunately. I'm not sure.
Really?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we can. I haven't asked yet, so I just assume they wouldn't want us to put on the internet yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Trailer Park Boys want us to do some pirating of their stuff. Because that's just kind of the kind of guys they
Apparently
are.
there is also some flour at the Kush Cup, not only concentrate.
We're smoking actual weed.
Yes. It's a lot mellower than the pizza boxes.
What's going on, guys? Okay, let's see here. Thomas was wondering which video it was. Yeah, that one, Thomas, I wanted to watch, but there's also, there's another one here. It's on Pot TV. It is called, if I go under video uploads.
That's awesome. I love the Redbeard Freedom Bong. Did you get a chance?
Oh, yeah, the Redbeard Freedom Bong.
Yeah,
Totally
I hit
wicked.
it the last weekend. It was amazing. It doesn't.
Thomas, this is the one over here. This one. Yeah. Yeah, the Freedom Bong. So Redbeard actually made that Freedom Bong on his show last week, Saturday.
Right. And then showed up with it on Sunday.
Yeah, he didn't complete it on his show because he wanted to have like something left to the imagination.
Well, it always takes time to throw it in the kiln and finish it off anyway. So.
But that bong is amazing. It's just this massive thing. It says freedom written in glass. Yeah. The letters are spelled out, and on the bottom of it, it has this massive
it's a beaker. Huge beaker
and it has these wings, mercurial wings coming off it.
Wings. Yeah, you bet.
Pretty wicked, man.
Fly from the U.S. prison system of hypocrisy back home to Canada and freedom.
Exactly.
At least our variation of what we consider free. We need to legalize cannabis and just get this done. People have heard me rant about that before, but I'm truly passionate about full legalization across the board. And, we just put it all to rest and continue to grow in the culture that we love. And when they legalize it, it's not like we're going to go, oh, we just don't have anything to do anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, we'll be indulging in our culture.
That's right. We will then feel at home and finally unoppressed, and we can move forward with this movement. And, well, we're going to move forward with it anyways. Fuck them.
I think Cookie might be in the audience, or somebody said it's Cookie, but maybe it's not. I don't know. But Thomas, you said that you have the video up, but now that looks like the one from Dundas Square. Can we get the other one up first? Yeah, that one. That's the one. Yeah. So, okay, well, here, I'll cue it up I'll tell these guys about what it is. So we're going to play a video. Now, when Mark got back first from the U.S. border, they dropped him off in Windsor, Ontario. Yeah.
Right, he did good welcoming there. That was
he
awesome.
did. He had a good welcoming. And we have a video of him actually giving his full speech. Now, I haven't actually uploaded this one to Pot TV yet. We're not going to play this one right now because it's a long video. It's like 40 minutes long.
Oh,
that one I'm going to upload to Pot TV, and it'll be available this weekend. But the video we're going to play right now is Mark's return to Vapor Central. On the night after he returned to Windsor, we drove into Toronto, and Mark gave a performance at Vapor Central.
Right.
Now, I really like this performance that he did there. Were you there for that?
I wasn't there for that, no. I knew I was going to be coming down here to see him, and it made more sense to come out to the West Coast than the East Coast. So.
Yeah.
Although I would have loved to have been there, but...
It was a really good speech by Mark. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Matt Murnaugh actually set Mark up when he came on the stage just real quick, and then Dana says a little bit about Mark too.
What I was amazed at was how much of a following he truly has out on the East Coast. And back home where Toronto is.
Oh man,
it's amazing.
It's almost bigger out there than it is in Vancouver because there's more people there.
See, like the media coverage, and I honestly think he gained more hype going to jail, and that sacrifice and coming out, and everybody that supports him. A lot and amazing. So
that's what they did. They made him more famous by putting him in jail, right? Like that's the whole thing. The more you strike him down, the more he rises up, even bigger than before.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
And if they plan to take him again, they got to go through me.
You guys don't want that. Don't fuck around. They're watching too. So. All right, Thomas. So we're gonna give this a try. This is Mark Emery at Vapor Central. Awesome speech. Let's watch.
I regard him as my, one of my greatest achievements, that I mentored him in the early days and that he's become such a phenomenal activist. Organizing Sensible BC, they raised 220,000 signatures to get decriminalization on the ballot in British Columbia. It's not enough. They need 400,000, but I'll tell you this, for Colorado to make a legal amendment change to make marijuana legal required only 80,000 signatures. And so Sensible BC was able to exceed that number by 2.5 times, 220,000. It's truly a remarkable achievement. He's gone on to be a pioneer in the dispensary industry, and he was a pioneer in the editing and of our brilliant magazine, which is one of the true casualties of me going to jail in the United States for 4.5 years, was that we had to close publication of Cannabis Culture magazine. So I'd like to have Dana come up, wherever he is. Oh, there he is. And I want to say I have never had a more true or greater friend in my life than Dana. When I was in prison, not only was he available to send me anything that I could possibly want, but he sent me 500 books over the 4.5 years. He provided me with just endless inspiration and sustenance, and he never flagged and he never failed, and he was always available to help me. He was a true friend indeed, and I love you, man. Thanks very much. You better take a hit from my weed, you need some. Go hard, live hard, die hard.
I'm kind of confused. I thought I was going to be introducing Mark, not having Mark introduce me, so it's kind of the opposite of what I was expecting there, but I will reintroduce you then. But it's great to be in Vapor Central. Every time I come to Toronto, I know the street really well. From here to our hotel and back again, that's pretty much all I see of this city. Or 7 West over there, I like eating there. And then on the Global Marijuana March, I get to see a little bit more as we walk around, then we come right back to Vapor Central. But I swear I've never seen very much of Toronto, even though I've been here many times. But yeah, I haven't even exchanged more than a dozen words with Mark since he's gotten back, because he's been surrounded by media and reporters and all kinds of stuff the whole time, and I expect that's going to last probably for a long time, actually, very long time. And Mark talked a bit about the work I've done over the last 20 years. I was involved in marijuana activism in Vancouver and trying to make things change as a young university student before Mark came to Vancouver, but his presence in the city really transformed the marijuana movement locally and then nationally and then internationally. And, seeing Mark over the years and working with him and that and kind of being in the background of his challenges and that, we saw so many times when he was able to rebuild from such dire circumstances, having the police coming in and taking all of his bongs and pipes and vaporizers and seeds and being reduced to huge debts and not giving up, not backing down, building, continuing to build, rebuilding, and then coming back stronger than ever before. And doing that again and again from police raids. And it was so frustrating for them to come and take all this stuff and try to shut this guy down, and he would reopen the next day and keep doing it over and over again. And they thought if they went to the Americans and got them to come take him away, maybe that would shut him down. But really, it's just made him and our whole movement stronger than it ever has been before. And so I always think of the Star Wars scene with Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you strike me down, I will return more powerful than you can ever imagine. And I feel like that's really what's happened with Mark during this time, and how people have really come to see him. I remember you telling me very early on, I'm going to make people, marijuana and me, it's going to be all mixed up together. They're going to think of those things. They're not going to be able to think of marijuana without thinking of Mark Emery. And I think you have definitely succeeded in that effort to put those things together and to become a symbol of our movement and of our cause. And people sometimes say, oh, you just want to get high, and that's why you want to legalize pot, just so you can get high. And it's like, I'm already high. I'm already super high. That's not what this is about. I could be as high as I like. It's bigger than that. You don't have to, work so hard and go to jail because you want to get high, although you probably could get pretty high in prison too, I imagine. But it's about more important things. And really, I think the reason I've devoted my life to this is because I think this is one of the most important things we can do, especially as Canadians where we are. It's hard for people here in Canada to make a huge difference in what's the Israeli-Palestine conflict or what's going on in Russia and stuff, but we can set an example for the world with better drug policy, with better marijuana policy, and that is something that will affect everybody on this planet, because these are laws that are in every single nation on earth. It's a worldwide pogrom against the marijuana culture, and not just against marijuana, but against all the sacred plants, all of these most wonderful plants that are here for us to use and have been used by humans culturally since before recorded history. And these laws are in place everywhere, and we can make a difference right here. Little Uruguay, everyone's talking about Uruguay. Who even knows where Uruguay is on a map or knows where to find it? But everyone is talking about, oh, they legalized marijuana in Uruguay. It shows what a small country can really punch above its weight in affecting the rest of the world and in providing a positive example for the rest of the world. And although America has beaten us at the state level of the legalization, Canada has definitely been a beacon for Americans over the years in terms of activism, in terms of making change, and really in terms of civil disobedience and ignoring those goddamn laws and doing things despite them. Like this beautiful sanctuary that we are in right now, Vapor Central, is such an amazing place, and there's only really a few places in Canada like this, a very few places where you can come and smoke a joint and be with others and not be worried about being charged, not being worried about cops coming to get you or being judged, and being able to be among others of our own kind and our own culture. There's only a few places like that in Canada, and there should be, and there will be, and there are becoming a lot more of those. But, and you know, we haven't got it legalized yet, but over the last 20 years of this crusade, we have made a huge difference. And with Mark leading the charge, we have accomplished so much as a movement. You know, when we first started this 20 years ago, no hemp was being grown in Canada. The majority of Canadians did not support legalization. Medical marijuana was very poorly known, maybe for a few ailments, and that was about it. There was no dispensaries. You couldn't buy a bong or a pipe. You couldn't get a grow book. Our culture was entirely suppressed at that time in the early 90s. And we have come so far since then. But almost all of our successes have come either through court decisions or really just through civil disobedience and just ignoring the laws. I mean, for Christ's sake, grow books are still against the law in Canada. That law is still on the books. Only in Ontario was that law overturned. And even since it was overturned, people have had their grow books and marijuana information taken away. Bongs and pipes are still against the law to sell in Canada. It's unbelievable that these laws are still on the books, but we've managed to ignore them and get the police and everybody else to leave us alone and let us do these things. And that comes from people like Mark, willing to be the first one to go and do it and get busted for it 5 times and keep doing it and provide an example for others to go make it happen. And I've actually been writing a history of cannabis in Canada, and I've learned so much myself about how important this plant was to our country in the 1800s and 1700s, and how it's really been an important part of our history. And you know, looking at the last 20 or so years, it is very historic what we're doing in this country. These are things that are going to be, I think, recorded in the history books in the future, and that our children and grandchildren will read about this transformation and how we ended the war on marijuana and the war on drugs in Canada and then around the world. This is something that's very important, and I think that Mark's going to be a historical figure that will be remembered and revered by future generations as somebody who made real sacrifices to help change these laws. And so that's all I got to say. So it's been an honor to be Mark's friend, to work with him over the years, you know. And I feel kind of very emotional. I don't want to cry or anything, but it's great to have him back in Canada. And I have to say that as someone, it's always been an example for me to maintain a positive attitude in the face of adversity, not to get stuff get you down. Remember, like Bill Hicks said, it's all a big ride. We're on a ride, and just enjoy the ups and downs because you're on an amazing. A lot more work to do. I know he's going to get right back at it, but here you go, the Prince of Pot, my friend, Mark Emery.
Yeah, from the land of the lost, trans-Canada cross, patriotic and I honor with my hand on my heart, from the greatest of lakes to the greenest of green.
And I just want to say welcome back, Mark Emery.
Marijuana in Uruguay. It shows what a small country can really punch above its weight in affecting the rest of the world and in providing a positive example for the rest of the world. And although America has beaten us at the state level of the legalization, Canada has definitely been a beacon for Americans over the years in terms of activism, in terms of making change, and really in terms of civil disobedience and ignoring those goddamn laws and doing things despite them. Like this beautiful sanctuary that we are in right now, Vapor Central, is such an amazing place, and there's only really a few places in Canada like this, a very few places where you can come and smoke a joint and be with others and not be worried about being charged, not being worried about cops coming to get you or being judged, and being able to be among others of our own kind and our own culture. There's only a few places like that in Canada, and there should be, and there will be, and there are becoming a lot more of those. But, and you know, we haven't got it legalized yet, but over the last 20 years of this crusade, we have made a huge difference. And with Mark leading the charge, we have accomplished so much as a movement. You know, when we first started this 20 years ago, no hemp was being grown in Canada. The majority of Canadians did not support legalization. Medical marijuana was very poorly known, maybe for a few ailments, and that was about it. There was no dispensaries. You couldn't buy a bong or a pipe. You couldn't get a grow book. Our culture was entirely suppressed at that time in the early 90s. And we have come so far since then. But almost all of our successes have come either through court decisions or really just through civil disobedience and just ignoring the laws. I mean, for Christ's sake, grow books are still against the law in Canada. That law is still on the books. Only in Ontario was that law overturned. And even since it was overturned, people have had their grow books and marijuana information taken away. Bongs and pipes are still against the law to sell in Canada. It's unbelievable that these laws are still on the books, but we've managed to ignore them and get the police and everybody else to leave us alone and let us do these things. And that comes from people like Mark, willing to be the first one to go and do it and get busted for it 5 times and keep doing it and provide an example for others to go make it happen. And I've actually been writing a history of cannabis in Canada, and I've learned so much myself about how important this plant was to our country in the 1800s and 1700s, and how it's really been an important part of our history. And you know, looking at the last 20 or so years, it is very historic what we're doing in this country. These are things that are going to be, I think, recorded in the history books in the future, and that our children and grandchildren will read about this transformation and how we ended the war on marijuana and the war on drugs in Canada and then around the world. This is something that's very important, and I think that Mark's going to be a historical figure that will be remembered and revered by future generations as somebody who made real sacrifices to help change these laws. And so that's all I got to say. So it's been an honor to be Mark's friend, to work with him over the years, you know. And I feel very emotional. I don't want to cry or anything, but it's great to have him back in Canada. And I have to say that as someone, it's always been an example for me to maintain a positive attitude in the face of adversity, not to get stuff get you down. Remember, like Bill Hicks said, it's all a big ride. We're on a ride, and just enjoy the ups and downs because you're on an amazing ride. And it's been a wonderful ride these last 20 years working with Mark Emery, and we got a lot more work to do. I know he's going to get right back at it. But here you go, the Prince of Pot, my friend, Mark Emery.
Yeah, from the land of the lost, trans-Canada cross, patriotic and an honor with my hand on my heart. From the greatest of lakes to the greenest of greens to the rockiest mountains and everything in between.
Well, it's fun to be me, you know, and I even said that while I was in prison because, you know, doing something, let's almost use the word noble, doing something on principle, giving a good chunk of your life in sacrifice, I guess, for principle, even in prison, was highly regarded. You know, in the 4.5 years I was in prison, I really never heard an unkind word spoken to me by any inmate. And I was in a medium security prison for almost all of that, and a lot of these people are serving life imprisonment without parole. They've come down from the penitentiary. They're covered in tattoos. They're badass dudes, a lot of them, or at least they think they are. And they're serving horribly long sentences, by and large, for drugs. Mostly methamphetamine, crack, cocaine, but certainly there were many, many people there for marijuana, serving 10, 15, and even in one case 25 years for marijuana distribution. So I was able to be very productive in jail. I wrote a lot. I blogged. I read a book every week. I had 25 magazine subscriptions. I got the New York Times every day. I learned how to play the bass guitar and was in an outstanding rock and roll band of incredibly talented musicians. And all of them were very patient in teaching me at no charge for anything, music and music principles and how to be a bass guitarist. And I must tell you that it was a very redemptive and meaningful experience being in prison. And I hope I always carry the message forward that I saw there, that, you know, it is a very wrong society that punishes people for drugs and puts them in jail for decades and takes them away from their family and their children and essentially ruins their life because of a lifestyle choice they made. And we manufacture crime. With the drug laws, we actually create criminals. Because if you think that, you know, if we took away a certain law and it reduced the crime to zero, then it must be the law. Because certainly, if we ended the criminal sanctions for murder, we wouldn't expect murders to go down. You know, if we ended a criminal sanction on robbery, in other words, it was okay to rob people, we won't prosecute, we wouldn't expect robberies to become less frequent. But in the case of so-called drug crimes, if we just simply eliminate the drug laws, we eliminate the drug crime. So therefore, these laws must be illegitimate because they serve no public safety function or purpose. They just create criminals who get recycled through the prison system and provide an income for people exploiting those people. And so the real evil people here are the politicians that pass those laws, keep those laws in place, even though there has never been any public benefit to prohibition. There's, you know, I get called a lot of things, an egomaniac, a jerk, an asshole. In fact, there's a number of, you know, critics out there in newspapers who said that. Margaret Went in the Globe and Mail the other day, Warren Kinsella on the Sun News, saying I'm an egomaniac out to promote myself, et cetera, et cetera. But what I never hear is any actual criticism that says the good thing about marijuana prohibition is this. Marijuana prohibition was justified in giving 2 million Canadians criminal records and hundreds of thousands of people going to jail and all the cops that have killed people's pets and invaded their home and destroyed their lives and all the young people who got criminal records who couldn't go to the United States for a job or a university and all the bad things that happen, all the street violence from gangs that happens as a result of prohibition. We get all the negative things, but we've never received a positive benefit for those billions of dollars and all those lives ruined and all those people who got arrested. Never has a politician said, here's the reason we have prohibition, the good reason. And we were still waiting for it. After 45 years of millions of people being arrested for marijuana, we've never had a politician say, well, here's why we're doing all that. Here's why we're punishing everybody, all the citizens who use marijuana and those who don't, with their taxes. Here's why we're putting people in jail. Here's why we're giving people criminal records. Here's why we're shooting their dogs when we raid them. Here's why we destroy their home when we move in. Here's why we seize all their assets and their home because they were merely growing marijuana. We've never heard what the reason was that this was a good policy. And to this day, I've been back now 28 hours, and what a wonderful time it's been, I must tell you. But I've never heard in all the interviews I've done in 28 hours a single criticism that says, you're wrong on the facts. Yeah, they've called me an egomaniac. Yeah, they called me a jerk. They've called me all sorts of names, you know, but they've never said you're wrong in the facts that you are espousing. They don't say, no, what you say about prohibition is incorrect. Marijuana prohibition is a wonderful thing. None of the critics say that. They totally avoid the issue. They just say, oh, Mark Emery, you know, is going to ruin it for Justin Trudeau, or Mark Emery shouldn't be giving advice to the Liberals. And I'm saying, but if what I'm saying is true, shouldn't you be saying the Liberals should embrace him and all the people like him who simply want justice after 45 years for what is indisputably a true assertion? Marijuana prohibition has no useful social purpose as political policy in any civilized society. And that's the end of the argument. It's right there. There's no good thing about marijuana prohibition. Why do we still have it? And yet so many of these editorialists will dance around the obvious just to call me names. You know, and you'd think they'd be more polite in a way, because I spent 4.5 years in jail purely on my principles, purely because I believed in something so substantially I was willing to go to jail, and have always been willing to go to jail. I've been arrested 28 times for marijuana offenses for my beliefs. I've been jailed 23 times. I was jailed as long as 3 months in Saskatoon for just passing one joint at a rally. and that a vindictive judge wanted to send me a lesson. I've tried to get arrested over 50 times for marijuana prohibition, starting back in London, Ontario in 1992, when I gave away High Times magazine right in front of the police station door to force them to charge me for distributing illegal drug literature. I've been trying, in fact, in the summer of legalization, came to 9 communities in Ontario and smoked a huge 1-ounce joint in front of police stations from Windsor to Ottawa to North Bay down to Hamilton in an attempt to get arrested, to prove to people that the marijuana laws at the time didn't exist, but also to prove that marijuana is a legitimate thing. It's a peaceful lifestyle choice, and we should never have to endure any punishment or discrimination or any kind of abuse because we choose this peaceful lifestyle. So I've been doing this for 22 years. My most recent stint in a U.S. federal prison was for 4.5 years. And I've come through it, and I would say unscathed. I'd like to say I've come through it in better health, in better spirits than I ever was. I feel better about our movement than I have ever felt. The progress that's been made in my absence has been stunning. I hope most people here are fairly young, and I hope you can appreciate what's happened that has never happened before. I mean, the pot people, I will tell you this candidly, privately, we have never had it so good. And we've never had it so good because of the efforts of many people who, along with me, are all the old school fighters who made it this far. It's true that when I started my marijuana activism in 1990, you couldn't get High Times magazine, you couldn't buy a bong or a pipe, you couldn't find any literature about marijuana whatsoever. It was banned. No one talked about it in newspapers. Nobody wrote editorials saying we should legalize it. Nobody was having ballot initiatives. There was no medical marijuana. There was no industrial hemp. There was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. The concept of cannabis culture simply did not exist. People bought their marijuana from a dealer and they went home and they smoked it and they never talked about it. They never had a rally. From 1981 to 1993, if you go and check, there was no Google equivalent for that period, but there was not a single marijuana rally for 12 years anywhere in Canada from 1981 to 1993. The first really major rally to break that was in 1993 in Vancouver. And then, in Vancouver, we invented the 420 and the Cannabis Day celebration. Those are homegrown Canadian holidays. 420 was started in 1995 right beside our store at Victory Square when 2 deadheads came up to me and they said, "Mark, can we have a celebration in the park next door on 420? And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And they said, "Well, they were deadheads. They were in the Grateful Dead. They used to tour around." And they said, on 420 every day we smoke marijuana in dead culture. And, they started doing it in the store, or the first Hemp BC store in 1994. And as April 1995 went along, they said, "Can we have a celebration on April 20th? And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And they said, "Well, can we celebrate 420 and in the park?" I said, "Well, what does that mean?" They said, "Well, we'll just smoke pot all day in the park and we'll party and have musicians." And I said, "What, all day?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you think we could get away with that?" And they go, yeah, I think we would. I said, we go to the park, we'll take it over, and we'll smoke pot all day and play music, and you think the police are going to let us do that in the middle of a public park? They said, "Yeah, I think they do that." And then they said, "So will you do that? Is that something you would do with us?" And I thought about it, and I said, "No, that's far too decadent. We can't spend all day and smoke pot in a park." I mean, the Ayn Rand capitalist ethos inside me just rebelled at the idea. I mean, stop producing wealth and go and party all day in the middle of the week?
All right. So we're just going to interrupt Mark mid-speech here because we have a bag that we got from the Kush Cup now. We have our Kush bag. We've turned everything around. Now you guys can actually see things properly here. There we are. Yeah, now we look better. It's not like super low quality shit going on.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a little better.
Yeah, and sorry about the interruption there halfway through. Apparently,
internet
Thomas,
problems.
Apparently a lady nudged the cord. Is that right? Apparently a lady nudged the cord or something, and she says sorry for doing that, does she? Yes, that was funny. Yeah, in the other room. We have a high-powered router now working for us, but it just has to remain plugged in. Yeah, sure, I'll give you a shout. Yeah, I understand. Mel Hempstein, come and say hi before you go. You should come and take a dab on cam or something.
Yeah.
You should do that. Come to this side, though, so they can see you on cam. Yes, you must. You must. Hi, Mel Hempstead. So we're gonna.
How are you guys?
What do you think of the Kush Cup so far?
Thank you.
Kush Cup's pretty rad. I'm pretty sure everyone right behind me has an amazing view right now.
You're hilarious. So Mel is going to be helping us with the Kush Cup over the weekend. You're going to be taking the cam and doing some stuff. You're a Pot TV employee this weekend.
I think I've been for a long time now.
You've probably done other Kush Cups with us before. So she's doing a dab now of some of the pizza box stuff, maybe.
Well, this is the treat that guy dropped off at the table. This stuff.
Pizza box. Oh, this is this guy. Okay, here, let's show this off.
Really good medicinal.
West Coast concentrate, it says.
That's pretty yummy. Clean tasting. I would totally not have sex with you, Super Smoke.
Bye, Mel.
You've never met.
But thank you. Man, they're getting crude in the chat today. Or have they always been crude in the chat?
Come on.
Oh,
Okay,
damn, I guess I always
miss
miss the crude comments.
This is the internet.
Are we ready to shine the light on the Kush Cup samples?
Yeah, we should definitely get our bud cam rolling here.
All right,
Thomas,
Tommy,
what do you
we're
think
ready
about
for
this
the bud cam.
Bud cam it up. All right. Rolling on the bud cam. Bye, Melly Beans. Are you going too? Where are you going? Are you coming back? Are you coming back tonight too? Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Take a look.
Thank you.
10
You have to work?
samples.
Well, call me. I'll call you.
There's also
Yeah.
some stickers.
10 samples total,
And
labeled with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
That's right. Nice and
There's
simple.
even a J strain.
That's right.
The J strain. Bye, ladies.
Okay, we are good on the bud cam, I think, brother.
Wow, I like the I love THC bumper sticker. Medmark has some cool bumper stickers. And looks like Crop King put in a lot of cash in this bag here too as well.
Sorry, sir.
What's that?
Is there a way to get through here?
No, you gotta go around.
That's the one. I see. Can you put us back to our other camp? There's all the Crop King stuff, by the way. So there you go. So yeah, that's not bad. Quite the setup. Now, is it only 10 strains total then? I thought it was going to be 13.
I don't know. I heard 13, but you never know until it all comes in who's actually, and like I said, it can be down to the last minute. Last year at the Prairie Cup, we had an entry the night before we were ready to go. So we had to trash all the printed judges forms we had, add a whole new entry, and reprint everything in the morning. So, you know, it happens. It all depends on what kind of grower wants to step up and be involved. Sometimes they wait till the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said earlier on the show, is that every cup I've been to, there's been at least some kind of delay or some sort of problem with either getting the strains themselves or extracts or some of the other things. So, yeah, but that's just how it goes. It's hard. So, Jeff, tell us about what it takes to really put together something like this. Like, you know, I think I've asked you this question before, but, you know, it takes you all year essentially to get this thing done.
You do. After you plan for the first year, your first year is your big hiccup. You know, it always hard to promote it, hard to let people know when it's happening and where it's happening, and finding an event space. All of those are, you know, hurdles. Once you overcome those hurdles and people know where it is and you have it around the same time every year, then they're drawn back, word of mouth. They tell their friends about how they had such a good time and they want to go next year. So I think that's sort of what happens when it comes down to just growing pains of the cannabis cups. You know, it just takes time for people to feel really comfortable in the environment where they're not being scrutinized and they can use their medicine accordingly. So I guess it just comes down to the city that you're in and what demographics you are that allows you to move forward. Like, obviously Vancouver, very liberal. So the existence of this type of event here makes total sense. In the prairies, people aren't really used to that. They're used to kind of hiding out, like, you know, in their rooms getting stoned. They're not used to hanging out in an event center smoking out for 3 days. So it just comes down to the demographics. So after you work all that out and word of mouth gets around, then you have yourself an event that's successful. And like I said, it's not from lack of hard work. So yeah, we start planning every year after the next year, and we push forward. We get really busy about a month prior. So like when I get home on the 25th, my cup starts on the 26th, with exactly a month, almost to the day until my cup. So as soon as I get home, I got 101 things to do on the list of 102 things before we actually launch the doors open and get everybody in. So
Yeah. This shit takes a lot of work.
That's what it takes. And
yeah,
you know, it's growing pains, and it's, like I said, it takes time. And
I see Stoner Advisory in the house too over here. How's it going? Megan's here. Oh, and she's got a Beavis and Butthead shirt. Come back over here on this side. Oh, do you?
Just go around this way.
All right.
Be careful.
Maybe. If you can, it's okay, but you should.
Everybody's showing up down here.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to raise the camera up a little bit.
Mania.
Because I just wanted you guys to actually see that it's getting busy here. It was such a low angle on that cam.
We want to give a shout out to Mark Clokey.
Yeah.
The organizer.
The weed guy now.
The weed guy.
He's supposed to be here.
Kush.ca.
I don't know where he went. I should text him probably. I wanted to talk to him on the show.
Yeah, since we got the sample bag out and everybody had a look at it. So
you haven't seen him, and he wasn't across.
He wasn't over there, no,
okay.
But I am sure he's out planning things. Naughty by nature. I'm sure he's in the house by now and wanting to smoke down. So.
Oh yeah, I saw. Smoke marijuana.
What?
I said, I mean, they don't smoke weed. Yeah. What? I don't know.
Shirt. I love it.
I love mustaches.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty dope. I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan too.
Me
like
too.
They actually came back and made some new episodes recently, and they're pretty funny. Yeah.
Awesome.
Those are great.
Mike
Judge.
The Twilight one where they do the homeless guy. They get the homeless guy to bite him.
Oh my god. They thought he was a vampire.
Yeah, probably some of the funniest shit.
Yeah, but he was
ever.
actually just a crackhead.
Yeah. It's kind of a classic. What can I say?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you want to hit the sublimator?
Yes.
Or I don't know if we have any. Oh wait, we have all these extracts here.
These extracts, yes.
All right, let's get high here. Let's get high. Yeah, Mike Judge. Snow's talking about Office Space in the chat. Office Space is a pretty funny movie by Mike Judge.
Movie.
Yeah, and he also did, of course, the
the Office Space that's
that
built
Fox
off a small series called The Life of Milton or something. It's all based on that one. You know the
really?
Milton guy who's
my stapler.
I'm gonna burn the building down. They
That's
did a
right.
whole little mini series about that character, and that's what the movie was based on.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
King of the Hill was his other one on Fox, right?
Right.
Yeah. The
Stoner Advisory.
So yeah, we got the sublimator over here.
Here,
Let's,
we gotta clear the
shift
way.
This aside.
What a welcome. Oh my god.
Yeah. Take a
There
puff
we
of this.
go.
So she's at the Kush Cup. Are you here for the whole weekend too, or you got to work, or what's the story?
I gotta work.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of people who want to be here the whole weekend but have to work.
Well, I don't work till like nights, but still, that would kind of suck to only be able to do half.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
That's
Next year,
true.
hopefully.
Work should
No
never
boat
get in
cruise
the
for
way
you?
of a Cannabis Cup.
The boat cruise is actually
Unless
one of the
you
best
work
things
the
I think
Cannabis Cup.
about the whole
The
Kush
boat
Cup.
cruise is awesome.
Oh, see, that's
Always
what
one of
I
my
really
favorite
wanna
parts
go
of
to.
the
I really
whole
want to go to the boat cruise.
Yeah,
It's
it's
always
fun.
a good time.
Yeah,
I look
I like
forward
the boat
to it
cruise.
every year.
Next year.
And
gotta
just
get
getting the
cruise
bag and having fun and smoking our weed together is fun, and that's where the boat cruise
that's
comes
great.
in
That's
too.
about
You know.
the culture, you know,
Yeah.
enjoying each other's company and enjoying the cannabis culture
In a
together.
really beautiful setting as well.
Hell
That's right.
yeah.
The high seas.
The high seas.
Oh
It's
baby,
rolling
can't get
on
enough of
the
that
high
one.
seas.
That one's almost good enough for the Vancouver Sun or Province.
I agree.
Yeah, they love those pun-tastic titles.
Jeremiah needs a
I'll take a dab. I'll take a dab from the slab. Should that be turned a bit? There we go. Nice. Thank you.
No dabber. That's how hardcore you guys are. No dabber. Extract 2 heats.
Well, you know, we're just enjoying ourselves.
That's the way to do
Boom.
it.
That's very tasty stuff. Marius is in the house drinking a big, huge, tall can of, it's not beer, it's mango. Arizona.
Arizona.
Mostly high fructose corn syrup in it, but it's got mango in it.
I saw they had
If
fucking
you
cherry Coke here.
Yes,
Oh,
that was.
That is awesome.
Cherry and vanilla
Listen,
Coke at the
a
lounge.
I
friend
am
of mine
so
was
about
just
the cherry
looking out
Coke.
for me. Knows I'm a huge cherry Coke fan because you can't get it in Saskatchewan.
You can't get it in Vancouver either.
Why
You
not?
can
You're
only
so
get it at
in the-
specialty stores.
No,
No,
hold
you
on. They're in the
basically
States.
any little store you can get it from.
Well, that's
Like
because they
corner
go. That's
store.
because they get it from the States,
They
though.
sell a 24 pack in the States for $6.50. No deposit,
know.
no refund, no
At every
environmental
AM,
tax.
PM. In
just,
fact,
just take your corn syrup and get out. That's all they give a shit about.
at every I'm in the United States, all of the fountains actually have cherry Coke as an option at the fountains, like on the fountain drinks at McDonald's and stuff. It's as common as Diet Coke in the United States. It's always on those fountains. At least in.
It's just so bad for you.
Oh yeah, well I'm not a big Diet Coke fan, but
Alright.
cherry Coke I'll take. Vanilla Coke I'm also fond of.
I love vanilla Coke. It's
Yeah, me
I
too.
think we should bring it to the lounge. I think it would be a huge seller.
Cheap
Vanilla and
diabetes.
cherry Coke.
Yeah, that's true. It's delicious. I love that delicious diabetes.
Everybody dabbing down.
Everybody's dabbing. Marius is dabbing over here.
So,
I want ginger ale in bottles.
Ginger ale in bottles. That's good
okay,
suggestion.
so should we
I like
flip-
our stoner
Should we flip
snack
the
talk.
bud cam around and do like an individual shot of
Yes,
each,
we absolutely
each
should.
bud?
Yeah, we're gonna walk you guys through some of the samples that
Okay.
we've acquired here at the
Tommy,
Kush Cup.
can we have the bud cam again?
Yeah, flip us over, my man.
And we're gonna start with A.
Cherry Dr. Pepper is good too. Yes, Doob in the chat.
It's like we're playing bingo. We're gonna start with A.
Starting with A. And so it's in the bag, but what's it look like out of the bag? Oh, yeah, there we go. Cool. Uh-huh. You can see it. It works well if we put something behind it. So if you put something like, say, the back of one of these behind it or something, or your hand even, it'll come into focus.
Oh, it'll come in a little more focus?
Yeah, it's
Alright,
just
let's
because it's
try.
trying to. If you put that behind it, yeah. Look down a little.
Down a little more.
So Jeff, you can see it over my shoulder there.
There you go. Still not catching the focus.
No, you're right. Here, let's check something out here.
Okay.
I usually use my hand when I do this. When I do this.
There we go.
Got it.
Jeremiah's done this before. I'm sorry, people.
That's right. There
He's
we
a
go.
professional. There's A. Everybody got a good look at A?
That was A. Okay.
Okay, A.
A. Okay.
A,
You can see my
okay.
rugged hands.
All right, we're on to B.
B. Sample B. Haha. All right, here we go. So, now this is a bigger bud here.
That is
This is the
B.
B sample. Don't let the size influence your decision-making process here. So I guess we should.
Last year there was some questionable looking strains, but this year they're all really nice.
It's not coming into focus yet.
You guys almost need to set up like a light box or something that you could just set it up down in an autofocus.
That's A.
You guys, share.
Stoner Advisor
Okay.
You
just
guys
had
need
a
to make a
great
light
idea.
box.
What's that,
A
a light
little
box?
box
Yeah.
with just a camera on it that you could just.
We
and
do.
it's always,
Pop it in
and
and
then it'll
automatically
just go into
focus.
focus.
Yeah, like one of those little peephole boxes where you have a diorama.
Almost, yeah, except you could keep it open.
We could do the shooting it with puppets.
All right, is that B?
That's B sample.
Everybody got a good look at B.
That's B sample.
B, we're on
C
to
sample.
C.
So how do they smell, though? Let's take a sniff at them.
We're gonna take a
We
sniff.
should be giving people an accurate sort of interpretation
Okay.
here. What we got? What do you think?
That smells
Jeff
kind
is sniffing on
smells
the
kind
A.
of piney.
Kind of piney.
A smells piney.
Oh, it definitely smells
It does.
piney.
Oh,
Wow, that smells really fucking piney,
B,
actually.
B
That
smells
good.
cushy. B is cushy.
Oh yeah, B definitely has a danky, cushy, super strong though.
It is a
I'd say it's a
strong-
little heavier, like in kick than the A, but the A was like, I love that
Super
piney
pine,
smell.
yeah, pine.
It had like a Oh man, okay. C has like a super low cheesy funk.
Oh, that's cheese funk
Yeah.
all the way, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, smell that. Cheese?
Oh, that's nice.
Uh-huh.
It's got
Yeah, that's
that,
good
like, bit of a
stuff.
sweet smell to it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Just smell that,
it's
Marius.
beautiful.
What is a
Okay,
Kush Cup and how do
C is
dabbers
nice.
get off?
Okay.
Ask N in the chat.
Okay,
The
next.
Kush Cup is Vancouver's strain judging competition and marijuana fun time hangout.
So we're up to
Live hip hop show,
D.
boat cruise, launch of the Trailer Park Boys new movie.
Here you
C,
go.
this is the cheesy funk smelling shit.
No, we did see already.
Oh, we did see? We didn't look at
Yeah.
it in the cam, did you? We
I
didn't
thought we
actually.
did.
No, we never
Oh,
actually
okay.
took a look
Oh.
at
I
it.
don't remember seeing C. in the
No, we
can.
didn't see C.
Ask-
Let's take
ask
C.
them.
Okay, here. CC.
All right.
Okay,
C
here.
was the cheese.
This is the cheesy one.
Did he just open it
Oh
and
yeah.
smell it and get
Wow.
so excited?
That is very nice. Okay, here. Cam don't like.
He's gonna take you guys away.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we're doing our best here.
We should really have it set down on something like this. How about this? We'll set it up on a table where it doesn't move. And then we can put the thing in here. Huh?
Is yellow the best color?
Maybe a different color in the background. How about this?
White?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if your camera isn't moving and you have one set spot where it's gonna focus, that's gonna be your best bet.
Exactly. How's that? Here, hold on a sec.
Sorry, folks. Bear with us.
Yeah, here we go, here we go. We're trying. There it is.
Oh, there you go. See, now you
There
can
it
just
is.
replace the bud.
Is that good? Okay, here.
There
Up
we
a little
go.
bit, up a little bit. Okay, let go of the top.
Okay, I think we got a better system worked out.
Here.
That's pretty.
That's not bad.
Decent.
Check it out on there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so there you go.
That's
That
C.
was C.
Okay, where's the bag for C? D has also a cushy flavor smell, but not as potent as B.
You're right. It's definitely on the lower funk scale.
But still,
Hard nugget though.
Kush undertone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely not as skunky.
Okay, so this is D. Where is it from? Bud Cam. Oh yeah.
You almost need a manual focus instead of autofocus.
Yeah, we do. It's too bad. Yeah.
Because if you had a manual, then you could just keep it on the same focus.
Just doesn't want to focus. Come on, Cam. Maybe we should try a different cam. This one. Let's try the other cam. Because this one doesn't seem to like close-up stuff. Let's switch him up. We're gonna try a different camera here. The other Logitech. Marius is helping out here. Thanks, Marius. Okay. Let's try this one. All right. Don't worry about that. So, can you switch cams, son?
I don't think that's gonna work.
There we go. There we go. That's a nice cam. Cool.
There you go.
That's not bad at all.
Okay, so
Now
that
here,
was-
check this out too. If we
was
did a
that-
little
that
of
was D.
this. Huh. No, that's not good.
Are you gonna be?
Other way.
Yeah.
Okay. That was D.
I'm not the reason you can't give up.
Okay, E. On to E.
On to E.
Once again, smells cushy.
All right. A lot of cushes here, seemingly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one, it's nice, though. And these nuggets are a little more, they're less dense. They're a little airy. Let's see here. It's got a nice smell. Floral. Here, we'll spin these around.
There you go. That's a nice focus right there.
Wow. F has got some funk.
Not bad. So yeah, the E.
F has got F for funk. Funky smelling good.
Holy Moses. Wow. Wow, it's really hot. It's like a fruity, almost like a tangy, citrusy.
It's weird. It almost reminds me of like some type of like citrusy liquor.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know.
F for funky
tangerine,
good.
High orangey type smell.
I know, it's so nice.
I think I got a piece of it stuck up my nose. All right. Wow, I really like the smell of this stuff.
There we go.
It could be tangerine.
F
green
smells
stuff. Smells
delicious.
like some Amsterdam shit. That won the competition at the.
I'd say that's got the most unique smell so far.
Oh, that's hilarious. Someone's like, F needs a trim.
Yeah. F is good.
That might need a little trim up. It sure smells nice, I'll tell you that.
So there you go.
All right.
So that's nice stuff. So far of the smells, I like the F the best.
Oh, I really like that cheese that was
cheese also,
in the
that was C. C and F are both very.
All right. Okay. Yeah, here we'll dump it or wipe it clean. There we go. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, G is next.
What do you think?
I don't know. I might have to break it. Hold on, I gotta break a nugget of this open to really get a good smell here. Oh
yeah, this bud. What do you think of this invisible bud?
It's some Kush, but you can't really. It doesn't have a very pungent smell to it.
Yeah, it's cushy.
Yeah.
It's not super strong, but it's still kind of nice. It has like a musky almost.
It was a little musky. All right, we'll put it down
Some people like
for
that,
everybody to see.
And what number or letter is this?
G.
Again? This is G. The G weed.
The O. That's the OG weed.
Oh, gee. Marius likes D&E.
And that, I would say probably that's why, because I lean far away from Kushes. I prefer more fruity. Kush has always got that really pungent. Oh no? Yeah, F had a really nice. Oh, that's a nice bud. Looks really nice. Yeah, flowery. All right, that's G.
That's G for you. Looks good. Yeah, not bad.
Oh, G, and we're
so
on
we
to...
we really should be starting to sample these things as we go here.
We're on to
like
8.
Somebody should be loading us up with rips on a bong or a sublimator. Can we sublimate this weed? Do we have is that just a dab top there?
I think so, yeah.
Can we get a flower smoker? I want to smoke some flowers here. We should be sampling these motherfuckers.
Al, we need your help. we need a flower sublimator to sample the things on camera.
We want to try some flowers, but we only have a dabber.
Like, H.
Or I don't know.
Okay, hey, this is.
Can we smoke it in there? Okay.
Okay.
Good. I was told we couldn't.
Maximum 2 minutes and it's ready to go.
H.
Okay. Awesome.
H, and it's got a real like diesel, really diesel kind of smell.
Oh
It's
yeah.
super dank.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. On the dank side. It's nice. It has kind of a florally aroma as well, though, like almost
A little bit, but
almost a lavendery sort of thing.
I thought it kind of had more gassy, kind of diesely smell. But some cushions control that that tone. Depends on what their cross is.
So that was which one?
Hold on, we're gonna lay it down. H. They haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen H yet. I know. Oh here, look at how dark that is on that one side there. Thomas, can we get the bud cam back?
Hey, can we have the Tommy? We have the bud cam back, please.
Tommy on the bud cam. That's really dark.
Yeah. Got a little purple in there. So this is H.
And it's like, these are some dense buds too. Hard stuff.
Okay, so we'll go through them all, and then we'll load a rip of each one into the sub, and we'll rotate. You do A, I'll do B, back and forth.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We'll see. We'll throw Stoner Advisory.
There's
going to
be certain ones I want to try for sure. That F, I'm going to have to take a sample on.
So H.
But yeah. Oh yeah, well everybody wants. Yeah, we need a grinder. Here we go. Tom on the grinder.
All right. Wow, I. So can we get the bud, Tommy? Tommy bud cam again? Okay, so we got I.
Okay.
We got I coming up. And it smells real fruity.
Dense buds.
Real fruity. Super fruity, but look at it, really nice bud structure too.
Yeah, we could do something. Yeah, I just gotta figure out my time.
So there you have it.
All right, that is
which one?
I. We're down
nice
to the
looking
last.
bud.
We're down to the last one, J. And
okay, can I have a sniff of that one? I didn't
you
really
can.
get to.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. It was my bad for not grabbing it at the time.
Getting excited. It's okay.
That's right. Here, let's
It's
see.
an exciting day.
Oh, so that has a cushy smell, but almost like a.
I thought it had a really nice smell.
It's I wouldn't say. Well, yeah, there's a bit of like maybe a bit of that fruity edge or a flowery, but it almost has like that old school, almost leaning on that little bit of not outdoor, but it kind of a more friendly to that outdoor side of smells. It's more like
I don't know.
rugged.
It smells delicious.
It is good.
That's super fruity.
Okay.
You think it's fruity?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought was.
Yeah, you like it.
Almost reminds me of like a watermelon or like grapefruit almost.
Yeah, it had a nice fruit smell. I thought.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
on to the
All
last
right.
one, Jay.
It's kind of watermelony.
We're on to the last one, Jay. Smells
the
cushy,
J.
cushy. Nice big bud.
Oh yeah. Ooh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely cushy.
There's a couple of really strong smelling cushies. All right, we'll take a
Bud
look.
cam, Tom.
Back to the bud cam.
Some leaf, but still looking good. This is J. J sample. Not bad. That's Jay. Not bad. It's pretty tight bud too.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of dense buds here. Cool. Well, there
right.
we go. That was Jay for you.
That was Jay. All right, now it's rip time.
Yeah. What do we try? We got to go back to A, I guess, again.
Yeah, go all the way
We're gonna have
back.
to show. We can get a better view of the ones we didn't get a good look at before with that other cam.
Yeah, sorry.
Somebody said, "Hey, that's rude. They're not dense, just stoned." Nah, it might be a combination of both there. Oh. All right, so A is what we're gonna try first. So Jeff, are you gonna hit this in the sublimator?
I'll hit the sublimator up.
Okay,
Yep.
let's take one more look at A here.
Is there a screen? Did they put a screen in there for me?
I'm not sure about that.
See if there's a screen.
No, we do need one. We're gonna do flower rip.
Enrico,
Rico,
do we have a screen?
I want to do some flower rips. Yeah.
Let me look in here.
There's not one. Yeah. Oh, there is? My bad.
Okay.
Apparently there is a screen.
There you go. Tom, can you go in bud cam? That's A again.
All right.
So give that a try. Roll up some A. Okay. So Jeff's gonna hit the A. A for Archer.
I love those crop king cards.
Yeah, they're perfect for this. There's a lot of Crop King crap in the bag, which is good. Like all the stuff that you get free, the swaggy, what do they call it? Swag? Swag? Not swag, but swag. Nice. That's A for you. What do you think?
Well, the first one. You should try a couple more. Reason why is just that it was that the last one that was in there. So
right.
You have the real taste and then maybe one shot.
Gonna need a lot of thought on this one. See, now we're gonna have to start noting down what we think of these things, so we have some sort of a record for later. If Matt Murnaugh was here, he would definitely be telling us about the importance of making sure we write down all notes, heavily notate all our samples.
That was the
Very
real
important.
piney one, wasn't it?
That was the piney one.
Yeah, you can tell. That's like a pine berry, or like
it does have a bit of a berry in there too.
Like a time.
I like that though. That's a good smell.
Time warp maybe.
It definitely jumps out at you. Yeah, I'll take a puff of
definitely
that.
taste it.
Okay. Mmm. It had less of a piney taste when you smoke it, but it still had that higher end sort of punch to it. Mmm. Foresty. I like it.
Where'd our tech guy go?
Oh, Tom.
That guy's MIA.
Just over to the bud cam.
I got it. Here we go. It's all good.
So that's B, which I think we said was cushy.
Yeah.
Yep, it
Yeah,
sure
B
is.
is cushy.
You want to sample B?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
sample whatever you want me to sample.
Oh.
All right.
Poison pizza.
Poison pizza. I don't know about that.
Will you sample that?
All right, there's the next one.
Okay, we're gonna have to get Stoner Advisory a microphone here. That's her. Okay, she's hitting it here first. Switch cams back?
Not ready.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, that's
There's still some taste though, yeah.
All right. This is the B, right? The cushy B. Cushy B.
Are we ready for this?
Hit that shit.
This is Cushy B, yeah.
Cushy B.
Wow, that was a very interesting. One more? Is that what it?
These samples are pretty frosty.
Wow, it's got a real creamy taste to it. Not quite piney, but like it's very, 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 very good.
Oh, nice.
It's really good.
Hold on, you gotta wait. We'll load it up.
I see Vinny's joining us in the chat there. He's got some good advice.
You want to load it up?
Chef, pre-formatted checklist, starting with visual grading, and finishing with taste, then high.
Yeah, no worries with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We really should. Somebody grab a notepad on this stuff. We really should be rating. So let's take a little. We should take a little break here just for a sec. So Jeff, you just took a couple power punches of that A. Are you feeling any higher? How do you feel off the A?
No, not much different.
Not much different off the A.
It was okay. It didn't rock me or nothing.
No, okay. And what about the B, Megan?
The B was really good. Not like I'm not feeling a whole bunch yet, but it's just really nice tasting.
I smoke a lot of weed, so it's kind of the high thing is always kind of suspect with this. That's the B.
That's B.
Marius, want to try it?
When it comes to mine, when I taste it, it's got like this creamy taste to it. I can't really.
It is creamy.
Yeah, but there's a certain flavor to it. But I can't find the right word to get that flavor.
It has a cushy sort of punch to it. Wow, it's really nice though. It's really heavy. Creamy.
Marius is gonna hit it.
Marius is next.
Are you ready, gentlemen, Marius? Marius from the wheat report is about to try that.
Wow. That was really nice. The Stoner Report. Marius is hitting this. Can we have a Marius cam here?
Oh, this is the one I'm looking forward to trying.
C?
C. Yeah, C for the cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Marius cam there. Look at that guy. Keep flying and pass. Access pass. Keep playing access pass. So let's multi-pass. And check this butt out again. Thanks, Tom. Nice work. Now this is C. C.
The cheese.
Oh, the cheesy one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're all gonna have to try a nice rip of that.
Yeah, Enrico, you should have a hammer of this. You can tell us what you think of the C. So Marius, was that the B that you had? You had the B, right?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Hold on. What did Marius think of the B?
It's very like herbally, pungent. Like I can still taste it in the back of my mouth. It's not a Kush, and I'm not that familiar with all the strains, but still something I really enjoyed. So from my taste, I'm still waiting to try E and D actually because I know they're both Kushes. So. I know. They're the easiest to grow, and a lot of growers look down upon Kushes, but they're so tasty to me.
Wow.
So, what can I say? I like the Kushes. Send me Kushes. No, that's okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So Jeff is gonna hit this cheese up first. Here, let me see. It's gonna be a big hit, Jeff.
Yeah, that's all right.
Ready for this?
Like me my cheese.
There you go, my friend. Cheese it up.
Yeah. Bam.
Wow, That's delicious.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks almost like blue, you know? Very nice stuff.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah. Tasty, tasty. You want to go, Megan? You try.
All right. So this is the
I'll
cheese.
hit it after too. This is the cheese. I definitely want to taste this too.
Yeah, no question. That's a cheese. It's tastes delicious. It's amazing.
So the Kush Cup, if you're in Vancouver and you have $250 to throw around, come on down and get a big sample pack and
That's just beautiful.
hang with us. That gets you into the Naughty by Nature show.
Yep.
Gets you on the boat cruise. Gets you into the Trailer Park Boys movie.
And then on Saturday night, there's like a big reggae band.
Oh yeah, reggae band. There's a party on Saturday.
Big party
and
on
Sunday
Saturday
too as well, or when is that? I don't know.
Yeah, I believe Sundays would be the award ceremonies and stuff.
Oh, I guess award ceremony on Sunday. It's an action-packed weekend.
Busy.
Oh, there's nothing. That's why I was.
That was a blank shot.
That's why there was no smoke coming out.
There, yeah. That's a nice cheese.
There we go. Nice.
Wow, if this is the first 2 hours of the Kush Cup. I'm gonna need to go have a nap, man. Wow.
We're actually doing things differently this year. We're getting the work done first. And then after the saving those and never getting around.
Through that.
Mmm.
It's nice.
Wow.
Eh?
It has almost a strawberry cheesecake
Yeah.
flavor. Wow, I really like that one. It's got the cheesy, but it's got a sweet taste.
Yeah, C's got my vote. All
so
right.
far, C is the most
Next
flavorful.
up is D.
So far, how are they? Would you like to try the cheese?
Hey, where's Vinny?
Vinny's here to come on talk to you.
Scared.
He's scared. He's scared you guys are going to hang up on him. Vinny should be proud of who he is, and Vinny's got a warrant out. Anybody from Halifax, New Brunswick is welcome. Yeah, Vinny's got a warrant out. He doesn't really want to go on. You know, he does covert videos.
Covert Vinny vids.
Vinny's got a warrant out. Arrest in New Brunswick.
For disc brakes.
Haha.
He stole some disc brakes off of fucking.
I thought it was just bike seats and handle grips.
It's like every criminal, you know.
Yeah.
Step up the game a little bit.
Right. Well, Vinny, wherever you are, we're rooting for you.
Yeah, I hope you go through, brother.
Get clear.
The streets of Sackville are no place for a bike thief.
Get clear to those charges and move forward.
Yeah, just man up and go deal with your community service.
That's right. I'm sure there's some that needs a park or something that needs to be cleaned up.
He's facing like 98 hours of community service.
He's in the chat right now, being quite vocal.
98. You would think they just rounded out to an even 100 for him. 98.
He did too.
Here's the Alchemist cam.
What's happening, guys? We're just talking about Vinny from Sackville. Sackville, New Brunswick.
Sackville Vinny. Uh-oh.
Just thought I'd mention it, guys. That cheese was, it's very palatable.
Yeah, it has a really nice flavor.
It stays green though after going through the process. Nitrogen.
Here we go. What up, Pot TV, MMTV? There we go.
All right, I'm gonna take a big hit for a friend of mine.
Nice.
Really? Might not? Winnipeg. I'm doing this stop for you, girl. So, yeah, that's just for Blanc. Blanc, you got your bong? Now, so you're in. This one's for you. There's something wrong.
Oh, no.
We plug it up.
Oh, not hot enough. Well, you got some.
We've been smoking hard through
We've been hitting that. Oh.
It's working. It just cooled up a bit.
Yeah, it's just a little cold. Oh, yeah, it's working. All right.
All right.
And that was the what flavor? Which one was that?
Cleaning it. Just cleaned it so they were separated from each other.
Yeah.
And this one is the titanium one.
So which?
Oh, the thing cools
That's
off.
the titanium one. Just go like this. 1 minute.
All right, that was. What do you think, Alchemist? He didn't tell us what he thought.
Al is
Or
gone.
maybe he did. I'm just getting high. I see a pizza on the door, though. It looks like the dock is a pizza. I like it.
Something to wipe that off with.
So they don't have any pizzas today. But Tom, maybe throw us back to our camp.
Jade's got some. Jade right there.
All right.
White
So we got the lineup here. All right, what time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. Maybe we should play some more of the Mark, the other side of the Mark thing we watched earlier. I wanted to play the whole thing for you guys since we interrupted him
Are you
halfway.
gonna let that roll now?
Well, we
And
probably
then
should
we'll
let
come back
the
to
Mark
this?
end his speech at Vapor Central just so this Pot TV audience can check it out.
We'll come back and finish.
We'll come
this
back
up?
and finish some stuff off here, yeah.
All right.
We'll keep working on it during the break as well. All right. Is anybody getting a trippy LSD double audio sound? Ask Scott D420 in the chat. Sounds good over here in person. I'm not having it in real life. Okay, yeah, so it was at 20 minutes. So we have it's not even a full 20 minutes. Yeah, but we got less than 20 minutes left of Mark's speech. I thought you guys wanted to watch this one because it's such a good one. I was really happy with the way Mark gave this delivery, and I really like his message of just show up. I think it's really the key in the next election.
It is.
It's really, if you want to legalize
We can win
marijuana
in
in
numbers.
Canada,
We gotta-
just show up. The
More
next
than
election.
41% of the vote needs to come out. Like it's
We
unbelievable.
have to get
that
rid of Stephen Harper. Oh, good God.
at all
Good
costs.
gravy, unbelievable guy that Stephen Harper has changed his country so much in such a short amount of time. Show off what's going on in the house here.
Yeah, it's busy here. Party.
Yeah.
Partying at the Kush Cup. So we're having a lot of fun. I'm glad everybody's Pot
are
TV
picking up
land
their
tuning in.
bags.
We love you guys. We appreciate you. Lots of support. We appreciate
It's a
that.
packed house in here, man. And that's without any pizza. That's just people getting their bags of weed and hanging. So there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and play this, Tommy, and then we'll come back on the other side and tell you what we thought of some of the other strains and show off some more buds for y'all.
Right on.
Let's do it, Tommy.
Because it's 420, and they said, yeah, we could do that. And I said, no, we can't do that. And so they walked away, and they consulted, and then they came back, and they said, well, Mark, even if you don't approve, can we do it anyway? And I thought, well, I do admire initiative. I said, yes, you can go ahead and do your 420. But then they came back, well, can we use you to pay for it? And I thought, I see how this is going. I said, yes, I'll pay for it. And they said, well, can we run the cables from here down to the park to provide all the power for the stage and everything? I said, yeah, we'll do that. So, of course, we did the 420. And 200 people came by, and we had a wonderful time all day smoking pot in the park. The police didn't come by and arrest us, and that's one of the biggest things. And now it became. And then the following year, in 1996, 500 people came, and then the following year, 1,000 people came, and now 25 to 30,000 people come. And it's an event emulated all around the world. And we also were the first sponsors of the Global Marijuana March, too, which takes place in Toronto here. That's an invention, by and large, from Dana Beal, High Times Magazine, and our work that made that a worldwide phenomenon that happens every year. And here's one of the most important things I can tell you about activism. What was the motivation for that 420? It wasn't really me. I made it happen with my money and resources and what have you and support. But two people went to someone with an idea and said, can we make this happen? 90% of accomplishment in politics is just showing up. Just showing up. All they did came to me and they said, can we do this? And I even said no. And they came back to me and said, well, can we still do it? Right? They wouldn't take no for an answer, and eventually I relented because it made some degree of sense. We went ahead and did it. We got away with it. I'm not sure what would have happened if we'd all been arrested and rounded up, but we didn't get arrested and rounded up, and then we did it, and then it became a worldwide phenomenon that happens everywhere now. 420 is totally ubiquitous. On April 20th, every stoner around the world knows it's a day to celebrate. Even in prison, people came up to me on April 20th and said, Mark, it's April 20th. You want to smoke some pot? I said, I really do want to smoke some pot, but I am not going to smoke some pot in this prison because a lot of bad things happen if you have a failed urine test in prison. Terrible things happen. And I just wasn't willing to do that. But even in prison, people all day were going, it's 420, Mark. You want to come and join us? No, I don't want to come and join us, but I'm glad you're celebrating. You know, and basically, 200 people showed up in 1995 and hung out and smoked pot in that park and established a historical precedent. And that's often all it takes. So never underestimate your ability to make change. Just showing up is one of the most important words of advice I'll ever give any of you. Just show up. The people who show up are the people who are going to get it done. They're going to be the people who are inspired. So their life is going to take a change for the better because they showed up. And that's really important in an era of social media, because I'm not a big believer that a lot is accomplished on Facebook and Twitter and things like that that are really going to generate change. Change happens on the street, meeting people eyeball to eyeball, talking about it in rooms, and going in and getting the powers that be. It's one thing to see change in technology, but to change your social system, to change justice, to change the way the world happens on the street, you've got to get involved. Or really, oftentimes you don't even have to get involved. You just have to show up. You know, that's such a really important thing I want to tell people. And that's what I did a lot of times. Many times my civil disobedience was me, I just showed up. I showed up in front of the police station and said, I'm giving away this High Times magazine. I dare you to arrest me. This is illegal stuff. This is dangerous information. It's a $100,000 fine to be distributing this true information about marijuana. It was a $100,000 fine for your first offense and $300,000 for your second offense. In fact, the penalty for promoting marijuana in a magazine was 50 times greater than the actual financial punishment for possessing marijuana. The most you can be fined for actually possessing marijuana is $2,000. But the fine for telling people about the truth of marijuana was $100,000. And I thought, that's really what it's all about. You see, they really don't care about the marijuana. They acknowledge we're going to get the marijuana. What they really don't want, and it's indicated by the degree of penalty involved, is they don't want you to know about marijuana. They don't want you to know about yourself. They don't want you to know about marijuana history. I mean, we know amazing things about marijuana history now, that it goes back 12,000 years, that it was used by all ancient cultures, that it's always had so many wonderful medical effects. One of the major reasons for the Spanish Inquisition was to kill all the women who were giving out marijuana salves and balms and potions and tinctures to help people with medical ailments back in the Middle Ages. Those were the people targeted specifically by the church, because the church did not approve of cannabis. Cannabis was officially demonized by Pope Innocent IV in 1484. The Pope said this marijuana is the work of the devil. Anybody who uses this stuff is an agent of the devil, and therefore we must kill them as heretics. And that's what much of the Spanish Inquisition is all about, is killing the heretics who were using marijuana for spiritual and medical reasons. People have paid a price in our history for what has gotten us to this point today. Again, we've never had it so good. Right now, Even though people get arrested all the time and go to jail, there is more marijuana being produced today than there was a year ago today. And there was 10 years ago, 20 years. More marijuana is being produced every day we are alive. And that is a sure sign we're winning. If there is more marijuana today than there was yesterday, then we're winning. If there's more marijuana today than there was a year ago, we're winning. And we are absolutely winning. In Canada and the United States, there are marijuana factories longer than this building, all producing marijuana. Every day, there's a new licensed provider in Canada somewhere going to be producing marijuana. In Washington, Colorado, there are new stores opening every day selling marijuana. And in the fall, in the first Tuesday in November, Alaska and Oregon and Washington, D.C., of all places, are going to be are legalizing the sale and possession of marijuana. And in Florida is going to be one of the biggest states to legalize medical marijuana this November also. Every day something happens. Every day more marijuana is being produced than ever before. Every day somebody in the world, a politician, wants to try and legalize marijuana. The amount of activism in the United States that's coming from the establishment is stunning. In Canada, we're in a very peculiar situation. No politician except Justin Trudeau, Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, ever talks about marijuana. It's very strange. You know, when they legalize marijuana, here's what happens. The federal government just takes it out of the schedule of controlled drugs and substances. It's going to take the Minister of Health 5 seconds to legalize marijuana. He's going to go, today I removed marijuana from the schedule. Just the same way they made it illegal in 1923 when someone got up and said, Mr. Speaker, I have added marijuana to the schedule. Bang. 5 seconds it took him to make marijuana illegal with no discussion, debate. And they can make it, that's how they made it illegal with 5 seconds of no discussion, debate. Well, that's how we can make it legal too. Mr. Speaker, today the Health Department removed marijuana from Schedule 1. The federal government now has no regulation of marijuana, so we are now entrusting it to the provinces, who officially are legally the people that would regulate the sale of marijuana. And that's how it'll be legalized. It's just, he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to get a vote of the House of Commons, doesn't have to get the Senate to approve anything. Just the Minister of Health just says it's no longer in the schedule. And therefore the provinces will begin to regulate it. Now in the United States, all the politicians from all the states are fascinated with what's going on in Colorado. All that tax money they're collecting in Colorado is earmarked for schools, hospitals, and even law enforcement. It's going to pay for things that people recognize as a necessity, as a good, as something that ought to happen. So Colorado is being investigated by state legislators all over America. They're going to Colorado, they're going to Washington. They're checking out what's happening, and people are coming back and introducing legalization bills in virtually every state legislature. But in Canada, none of our provincial politicians talk about legalizing marijuana. You never hear any of it. There's no debate going on between federal politicians already elected and state and provincial legislatures. Canada has a very cowardly political elected official culture. For some reason, even though the majority of Canadians want to legalize marijuana, no politician really talks about it. That's what in some ways makes Justin Trudeau very, very special. Not only has no leader who could be the Prime Minister ever said, I favor legalization, and that's the policy of my party, and that's the policy we're going to make happen. Not only has that never happened anywhere in Canada before, but we've never had an official party policy like the Liberal Party of Canada's policy is, that specifically says we're going to legalize marijuana, we're going to regulate its consumption and its sale, and we're going to have a regime similar to what is in fact in Colorado. That's the official party policy. Never had that happen before. And we've been misled before. I know why young people are cynical, though they don't think voting makes any difference. You know, 45 years ago, in 1970, August 1970, Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau, the father of Justin Trudeau, said we're going to decriminalize marijuana. The Ledane Commission says marijuana is not bad for it, we're going to decriminalize it. But it never happened. And then Joe Clark, the Conservative Prime Minister in 1970, said he was going to decriminalize marijuana. And it never happened. And then Jean Chrétien, more recently, in 2003, said we're going to make marijuana decriminalized with a $100 fine at the most. That's it. And that never happened. In 2002, we got the Senate's committee, a unanimous committee of 9 guys saying, listen, pot's harmless, it should be legalized. And nothing ever happened. And the man who was in charge of that committee, Senator Claude Nolan, is now the leader of the government in the Senate, and he never speaks about it. You know, Jack Layton came to my home, the NDP leader, in 2003 and said marijuana was a wonderful substance and we ought to legalize it, we ought to make it available under legal circumstances. And it was a beautiful speech, and he went on to become the NDP leader, and then he never did anything about it. And so it goes. You know, we're constantly lied to, constantly betrayed by our political leaders, is that we want elected officials, and we've been left holding the bag. 45 years of being lied to, of having this horrible policy of prohibition, this colossal injustice. We've had 2 million Canadians given criminal records. 2 million people were arrested and convicted and given criminal records. Probably up to 3 million were actually arrested, and charges were dropped in many cases, as happens today. Why do we trust Trudeau? Well, we don't trust Trudeau. The only reason we should believe is believe in ourselves. You just have to show up. If 3 million of us just show up, it doesn't matter what Trudeau's intentions are. 3 million people is a big pissed off electorate. 3 million people is the largest demographic that you could possibly show up to influence the outcome of any election. Those 3 million people could show up again to vote for somebody if they were really upset about it. And that's my point. We don't need to believe Justin Trudeau. We just need to support him because he has made the daring, bold move to say legalization is right and proper. It's the right public policy for Canada. It's something I believe in. It's something my party is committed to. And obviously, if I get a majority government, he's saying, we will make this happen. And we have never had this opportunity in Canadian history. Americans have never had this opportunity. Nobody, as far as I know, around the world, no citizen of any country has ever been offered one election. Whereas if you show up, we legalize marijuana the next day. It's all over. Prohibition ends. We win the battle. The war is over. 45 years of people going to jail, being arrested, of cops busting houses, of killing animals, of even killing people, of running roughshod, of gangs. All that ends if you just show up. That one day for 25, 35 minutes, if you just show up and you can get all your friends to go and you can get your family and, and everybody you know who believes that marijuana should be legalized, if you all just show up, the next day we party forever and ever and ever, and we never look back. We never look back. I mean, that's if you'd have told me, Mark, you're going to spend the next 25 years, you know, smoking joints and bongs and selling seeds, and you're going to go to jail for many, many years of your life. But one day, after 25 years of you being arrested, of you going to jail, of you being taken away, of you losing all your assets, of you being separated from your family and your wife, after all that, you're going to have one day in 2015, and if you can get your people together, it all ends on that day. On that day, the next day after that day, the stores will start selling marijuana. People will walk the streets confident about the marijuana in their pocket. They're not going to get arrested. There will be medical marijuana science experiments and advancements every day after that because it'll be legal to study marijuana in universities. It'll be legal for doctors to recommend it. It'll be legal for doctors, judges, cops, politicians to smoke it and share it and understand it. It'll be legal to go and buy it. It'll be legal for ordinary people to grow it. It'll be legal for people to have a business that grows marijuana. It'll be legal for everybody to make vaporizers and bongs. All the books and magazines about marijuana will all be legal. No one will ever try and ban them ever again. No one will ever say a bad thing about pot smokers as a culture, as a way of demonizing them and sending them to jail. Because, Mark, in 25 years, that one day, everybody showed up. And it was a happy, wonderful world ever since because everybody showed up. So that's my message. We've got a big opportunity coming in 14 months. I'm going to be touring the country relentlessly, telling everybody, even in other countries, you just need one day where everybody we know who smokes pot shows up. That'll be my message in Ireland. It'll be my message in Spain. It'll be my message in Vienna. It's going to be my message all across Canada. And it's certainly my message to all Americans who go to vote in Oregon and Alaska and Florida and Washington District of Columbia on the first Tuesday in November. If you show up, you'll never need to think about this ever again. You'll just be allowed to enjoy. You'll be allowed to be part of a culture that ought to be one of the most respected cultures in the history of mankind. Because I'll tell you this, the cannabis culture has given more to humanity and mankind, humankind, in science and entertainment and theater and arts, books and culture, and especially in music, than any other culture of the last 100 years. The cannabis culture is one of the greatest cultures in the history of mankind, starting with William Shakespeare, who smoked marijuana. Cannabis, actually. You know, so many great poets and writers and musicians and scientists and doctors and explorers, and to this day are movers and shakers, Bill Jobs, Bill Gates, Stephen Jobs, pot smokers. Carl Sagan, pot smoker. Every musician you've ever cared to really enjoy a pot smoker. Most of the people who write today's great bestsellers and make today's great movies are pot smokers, including actors. And we are a great culture, but we have been denied our official right to be regarded as first-class citizens like everybody else who makes contributions and who ought to be acknowledged as a culture. And so, if they'd have told me 25 years ago, Mark, it's going to be a long road with a lot of difficulties, but one day in 2015, one day it all becomes real if you can get your people to show up. So that's my message. Thanks very much. I look forward to partying with you tonight. In fact, thank you for showing up to, and I thought I would take a while before I was able to smoke some really good pot and lots of pot, but I found that I'm already there. So I have no fear. Tonight I am going to smoke a lot of pot, and I expect to be still standing by the end of the evening, but time will tell. Time will tell. And I look forward to meeting all of you. Thank you for coming tonight, and let's party.
Thanks, man. Hey, guys, can we keep it going for Mark one more time? Mark fucking Emery, fresh out of jail. Fucking unbelievable to have you here. Really glad to have him here. And honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, man, this place wouldn't... I'm just going to wait till Opus is done whispering his sweet nothings in his ear. Dear Mark. Sorry, Opus. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I just want to say, we've been doing comedy here for 8 years, and it's given a lot of money to the artistic community and stuff like that. And none of us would have been able to do any of that without you doing your work, and we all want to say thank you very much for that. All the artists in here and all the comedians. So one more time, just for Mark. It really helped the artistic community, man, whether you knew it or not, dude. But cheers, man. This man made a lot of dick jokes possible for us, guys. Also, just got to do some announcements real quick. We do this every Wednesday, every Thursday. We have shows every Sundays, the open mics. If you guys want to come by for that, please do. Podcasts with Opus and also Matt Murnaugh. So check that stuff out on Pot TV. And what else? Go to THC, check that place out. And we're all really happy to have you guys here. Thanks again one more time. Give it up for all your Vapor Central staff. And give it up for the comedians. Give it up for the speakers. And give it up for Mark fucking Emery, man. Happy to have him back, everybody. Howdy on.
And we're back.
We're back.
Well, we're back and on
back
D.
With Jeff from Saskatoon.
Yeah, it's quieted down
Pot
a little
TV
bit.
Years. It has.
Yeah.
A little
The
quieter.
the chatter's not so crazy.
We have Stoner Advisory behind us here and Neil Magnuson on the other side.
All right, we were moving on to D in the sample.
We didn't really get very far without you guys.
I need a little chunk of
we
it
were
just
kind
for
of
later.
hanging out, cruising the crowd, got a Coca-Cola.
That's right.
But I didn't get a cherry Coke, though. That cherry Coke that you got earlier, I don't know where that came from, man.
A friend of mine scoped it out and got it for me.
That's the way to do it.
I gotta find one of those.
That's where you get to taste it.
Really nice flavor.
Yeah.
So D, we're only at D, is that right? Are we only at D? Oh yeah, there's
Cherry
a cherry
Coke.
Oh yeah.
For all you Coca-Cola Cherry Coke fans.
I'm a huge fan. But so we're
Would
D
you like
in it.
some?
I would like a swale, yes.
How much they pay you?
God damn, that's good.
Whatever it cost me for the can.
No, you
wait,
paid
that's
them.
Me paying them.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't
if
know,
only
man.
Coca-Cola would sponsor.
I mean,
You must be loving that. Cherry Coke advertisement.
You can't
They
get
don't
it
care.
here, so it's not really advertising. Well, you can't get it in Saskatchewan,
There'll
so
be a demand for it.
that's why I'm enjoying it here.
Yeah. You can't really get it
attention.
in very many places, but not in Canada.
It's because you guys are so close
Oh,
to
here
the
we go.
States. It only comes from the
This
States.
is the D?
Yeah.
This is the D. Tom, can we have a bud can here? Check out the D. Thomas, can we see the D? Don't show us the D.
We want to see the D, Jared.
Depends who's D. Only my own, really.
Apparently, D doesn't help you focus at all.
Does not.
It clouds your mind.
D stands for damn, that's out of focus.
Almost psychedelic.
Damn, that's out of focus.
There we go.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a little better.
Are you looking for crystals? Is that what you're looking for?
I don't know. It looks not bad. It's a good grind job, though.
Marijuana to me.
Looks like weed. Tom,
All right.
you want to throw us back to the other cam?
Is the sub ready?
Well, I just got the cake,
Thomas,
so,
other cam? Yeah, thanks, man. This is the D. And so we have quite the lineup here of other selections. It's going to take us a while to get through all these.
We got 6 more to go.
6 more. We should be taking notes, man. Where's my notepad?
It's nice.
The D.
We're on D.
Thank you.
Did you have my pass, Enrico?
That's good to me.
Does. Yeah, I'm really actually stoned. I'm just kind of like staring off into space, actually. Yeah, so the Kush Cup in Vancouver, you can still get tickets if you're in Van. Come on down.
Oh, yeah?
We still haven't seen the weed guy Mark Clokey come by here.
Still not.
Where
I
is
guess we'll have to see
the
him
master
tonight.
of the Kush master?
We'll have to see him tonight.
The cloak.
The naughty,
They should call him the cloak.
The naughty by nature.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think, Jeremiah?
Danky.
It is danky.
Danky.
Megan, we'll let Megan
Tom
finish
needs
it.
some of this too.
Here, well, Tommy.
Let Tom hit this shit.
Tommy hasn't tucked yet.
No,
Oh, he's
Tommy
been
needs some
toking.
tokes.
Well, not this time.
Tommy Tucker
But
needs
he's,
That's
tokes.
true.
he's always token.
Yeah, you like that one? Not bad. It's danky. It's almost like foresty, mossy. It's almost mossy.
You and Neil go first?
Neil?
I'll go last in a minute.
Go. Neil, we can't stretch this draw any longer.
Stretch Neil Armstrong. I be trippin', says N. I do be trippin'. This is the weirdest episode of Sesame Street ever.
What's this?
There's somebody in the chat said this is the weirdest episode of Sesame Street ever.
Nice. Who's Big Bird?
That is good. Yeah, who is Big Bird? Well, I kind of feel like Kermit the Frog sometimes. Kermit the Frog. I actually really like Kermit the Frog. He was a journalist.
Oh.
He kind of ran the whole operation of the Muppets, you know. Boom. So are we broadcasting also on MarijuanaMan.tv? MarijuanaMan.tv in the house.
Yeah,
People
what's up?
Can we put a cam on them? Don't we have a... Here, can we get a Marijuana Man TV cam? Can you go to them somehow?
It's really cool that everybody's tuning in on that,
I think we
smoking
went
with
black.
us all over the place.
Tom's bringing him in right now. Just black screen. Dun dun dun. There you go. Now you can see. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you guys can log in and hang out and see everybody else and do shit.
Everybody from around the world, Marijuana Man TV, hanging out, having fun,
yeah, who's
smoking
out there?
down. That's so cool.
I see some people.
They're live on Pot TV right now.
I don't know,
I'm not sure.
but
if they
someone
know.
should tell them.
We're telling them right now if they're watching us.
Yeah, well,
don't they have us in the cam?
Do they have audio?
They should have us in the cam.
Yeah, man.
They should be watching us at the same time in one in a little window. Oh, are they? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be funny. So there you go. Ah, yeah, there you go. You can do anything with that thing. Yeah. So Tom, did they see that?
All right, we're gonna keep this party going.
There you go. Yeah. So Thomas has been helping out, taking care of stuff in there. They need a video moderator. Well, hopefully that's what Tommy's doing. The madness behind Pot TV. People can tune in. We can see you guys. Finally, we can watch back. We can watch back. Oh, this guy's drinking Miller Genuine Draft, it looks like. He's slamming some beers. Yep, you can get drunk in the marijuana.
All right, we're moving on with the smoke out.
Smoke weed, so.
To E.
Why not?
We're going to try
really
E
hurt
out.
Anybody.
Keep this
as long as you
going.
keep it in your pants. Say what?
All right, bust up that E and let's get
cover a beer drinking guy though.
E.
Yeah, this is the new chat roulette, is it? As long as everybody keeps it in their pants, then that's fine. But there was some rule I heard being made about nobody's allowed to be topless. Is that true? Oh. How come?
You register on marijuanaman.tv, and there's going to be a lot of great things happening here in the near future.
I like Enrico's idea. But
there you go, right from Enrico.
Change this topless rule, though. What's wrong with seeing nipples?
Cannabis friendly place to be. Cannabis friendly environment. Also,
why do we hate the nipples?
Also family friendly.
Family friendly. You cannot talk about hard drugs or things like this. It's only about marijuana because on that channel we are all marijuana men.
All marijuana men and women.
We're all marijuana men and marijuana TV. .ca.com.
Cool. Lots of fun things.
Okay,
store on
is that
Pot
loaded
TV
up?
And marijuanaman.tv.
We're moving on to E.
This is E. Moving on to E. We're doing some E now?
E, yeah, we're doing some E. We're
all right, let's
smoking
do
some E.
Can we check out the bud cam there, Tom?
And then letting everybody know
about
all the strains as being tested. We got like the bud cam, show them each one, show them how they taste and the smell.
Jeremiah, E.
E? Okay, E. I'll take some E.
Very cushy, E. Very dank. Wow. It's like a brick.
Try.
Oh man, that was.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord. That's crazy ass shit.
E, I'll let you know you're not stoned enough yet.
E's not bad. Hey, I see Jade in the background there.
Oh, hi Jade Ridge.
I am fucked up. That's some good weed.
Are we moving? Where are we moving next?
On to F? Damien Abraham.
On to F.
That was an interesting smelling one.
Hit that shit, Enrico. Let's get the Enrico cam.
There, smell that.
Enrico cam.
Yeah, I thought F had a real nice fruity smell to it.
This is the F?
Yeah, that's F.
This is my favorite smelling of all of them.
Yeah, I really like that C, that cheese smell.
This is all F?
Yeah, that's all of it. We're going to take some of it and bust it up. That'll be our next round in the sublimator. And wow, we are getting baked down here.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty stoned.
It's fun to rediscover the sub.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yeah, we're using a sublimator to do all this. And the beauty part of the sublimator is you can really taste it when you vaporize it. You get to hit it like hardcore like a bong, but you get to really taste it because it's vape.
What are you on now?
F.
Missed E.
Where were you?
Are you ready for the next entry?
F it is. F it up.
I just like to hone in every once in a while.
It just F'd me up.
Hey, Tom. Yeah.
Just F'd me right up. Oh, that one made me sweat a little.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Super tasty. Very.
Ready to go?
It's like citrusy.
Gotta wait till it's
No, right after that, no. So everybody grab your bongs at Marijuana Man TV. We all gonna medicate together in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, that one killed me. Wow. That one was really good, man. Almost made me cry.
I said F fucked me up.
I like F me right up. Yeah, the taste of it is really nice too.
Oh, are you gonna do a?
They want to know. Hey, what about on a scale of 9 to 0?
Is that what they're asking on a scale?
I'd say that F is like up in the 7 or 8 range.
Yeah, at least the 7 or 8.
I'd say an 8.
8? Yeah, we'll go with a strong 8.
Strong 8.
On F.
Soldiers, man.
Actually, I would say on smell, of all of them, if I had to rate it, if that was the highest, that was the one I liked the most. That'd be a 10 then.
That would be a 10 for me
yeah,
also.
Yeah, it'd be a 10 on smell for
the
sure.
cheese numbers, well, see, it's cheese for
that's
sure.
In second
yeah,
running.
That would be
there.
Second running.
Yeah.
And
that
Stone's really nice too.
So there you go. And actually, the taste of it was really nice too. So.
We're doing not bad. We're getting down to GHIJ.
Every other one.
What's going on?
Hello.
We're not dabbing.
Hi.
Doing flower.
Mel Hempstead on the phone.
We're down to 4. We have 4 samples left.
Yeah, we're still broadcasting live right now.
Yeah, if you want to get in.
I don't know if I just got old.
But the show starts at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go have something to eat and then go to the show probably.
We're moving on to G. We go to the bud cam.
Yes, it does.
Within the hour.
I think it goes because I dab.
Moving. That was F. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're moving on to G. We're down to the last 4. I did it down to the last 4, and then I think we'll probably wrap this crazy show up. Because then we're going to have to get down to the Naughty by Nature show.
No,
get down and naughty.
Oh, nice.
That's a 10, right?
I thought it was 8.
Well, it says 10 on here, and I was told to get there a bit early.
Oh, okay.
So
fair enough.
10 on the schedule.
Well, we still got time then.
Yeah.
All right. On to G.
G. What was that one? That's G.
G. This is what.
That was G.
You want to do a quick rip? Or that one? Okay, hold on. Jade will do the first
Oh,
rip
yeah,
with the
good.
G.
I got the
Hi,
licorice
Jade.
ready for tomorrow.
Oh.
There you go. Licorice.
Yes, I do.
In chocolate cannabis infused licorice.
Licorice chocolate covered.
You want to say what's up to Pot TV land?
Hi, everybody.
Are you on cam? Get her on cam. Make sure you're on cam.
You can move in on camera.
Yeah.
Squeeze in.
Squeezing in, squeezing in, squeezing in.
It's such a delay.
It's funny. It's a trip to see.
There we go.
There she is.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can see her over there.
No, she's still not in there.
Hi, everybody.
Well, there's one over
So,
there
Jade,
that has no delay.
You came just for the Kush Cup, or you're in town for a while, or what?
Actually,
did you move
no.
in town, or what do you?
No, man. I actually moved to BC.
You moved to BC, so you're here for good now. So you,
Yeah.
We didn't even have
Shades
to
up.
make any
Yeah,
trades.
yeah.
Give that a second.
Hey, I'm sampling G
Wait,
here,
give that
everybody.
a second.
So you're here
All right.
for good. You should be coming down and hanging out with us on Pot TV more often.
Oh,
Then.
absolutely, I will.
Yeah.
Ready?
Hit that shit. Oh yeah, and this is the G.
The G.
The G, and it was
G.
a cushy G,
It was a cushy G.
if I remember correctly.
The cushy. Oh, it was a cushy G that was about a G.
It was about a G.
Very nice, very nice.
What do you think?
Yummy.
All
Not
right.
bad. You like the taste of that?
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
1 to 10.
taste-wise, what do you think?
Taste-wise, I'd have to give that one a 6.
6, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it smelled about a 6 too.
Yeah.
I would have rated it about a 5 or a 6.
All right. Cushy rips.
It looks like a 6 on the G.
However, it was
This is the
good.
G. Ashley's in the audience.
Oh,
Saying hi
that's
to everybody.
Really deep, danky
Here,
Kush.
you go. Sorry. You go.
What do you mean, sorry?
I don't know. Was I whacking you?
No, never.
Okay.
Wow, it's really strong tasting Kush. Yeah, I'd agree around that 6.
That 6 margin, right?
But it has a great aftertone taste. Sort of sticks
Smells
around
good
on
out
the
of the
palate
vaporizer.
for a second.
And Tom is gonna have to. We have to make sure to include Tom and get him nice.
Take
and
care,
high.
have fun.
everybody.
Enjoy the Kush
boards
Cup.
there. Wow, that actually has a really nice taste. It's high. It almost has a fruitier taste or
I think
something.
it smells nicer than it tastes.
Could be. I only got just a little whiff of it there.
All right, we're on to H. Down to the last 3.
H-I-J. Wow, we're getting close here. We're doing not bad.
We're not
on our
doing bad,
first day of
that's
the Kush
right.
Cup. We're actually going through all the samples on the first day. This is unheard of.
That's right.
This is totally
It
fucking
is.
unheard of.
It's like a whole new way of judging.
I think we should. This is how it should be fucking done.
The only thing you're missing is the microscopic view of the bud, where you can actually see the trichomes. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we don't have a microscope.
We need a mic. We have one at the lab.
But geez, Neil, what do you want? Like,
I think what we're gonna do is try to see if we
microscope?
could come up with a
we
bud
should
cam
totally. Don't we have one?
that
Neil, do you
shows
have one?
different
You have one,
angles.
don't you? Or do you have a microscope?
No, but you
Oh.
have one at the CCH2.
I was gonna say we bought one of those.
Used to use it for the contract.
It's
Yeah, we
not.
tried to
We
use
have
it
one at the
today,
lounge,
it's
but it's
actually-
not very good.
Yeah, it's burnt out.
No, it's a crappy one.
Time for
I
a new
swear
one.
somebody else has one that's not a bad one.
But if someone came up with a really nice bud cam, had 4 or 5 different little angles on it with nice HD cameras that really zoomed in, and who knows, you could really have a nice something you just slid the bud into. It would be.
There is
slick.
one that's really good. I swear I've seen it. Somebody has one, and we plugged it in with a USB.
Nice.
And it looked awesome.
Yeah, my issue
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Does anybody else see that low battery in the top
Oh,
right corner?
I
there?
do see that. Thank you.
problem.
Stoner Advisory advising us about how stoned
Oh,
we
yeah.
I
are.
know, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is
That's
H.
why they call her exactly. She's always
On to-
warning
on
stoned
to
people about
H.
things.
On to H.
Smart
Plug
girl.
that computer in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Lots
should.
of Kush.
Hey Tom.
I'm gonna push this.
Would you
over
mind
to
plugging that
Jeremiah
computer
here.
in?
You're gonna take that
Okay.
first rip
Would
because
you mind plugging it in? There's a
Oh,
white
yeah.
cord in
No,
that
none
bucket
of my
right there.
And it works good. But right now. It's
Yeah, in that laptop case. In the laptop case.
Even without the light work, and you can get in there, just get some.
Almost feel like it's my first time.
And I look at a lot of weed through this. Most of the weed I see these days, from wherever it's coming from, looks like it's been tumbled through.
Oh, it's in there?
Almost all the outside trichomes are just matted down. There's no resin glands on them. You can see the resin glands in some of the crevices, but there's not a lot like you would see on skunk weed a few years ago when we were looking at it under microscopes like that. You would just see the trichome had a nice little resin gland sitting on top of it. They're all standing up.
Oh, shit.
Nice. You don't see that hardly ever. It looks like
that's killing me.
The bigger operations anyway have tumbling machines.
No.
Everything they use before it goes on the marketplace.
Oh god. I'm getting really, really stoned.
Killed by H.
So
It's not
stoned.
going to help you.
H destroyed me.
You know,
Oh, hey,
I don't
wow.
have the viewers at home, but I mean, that's what I use.
That's pretty cool.
The lights, the batteries don't work, but if they have a decent light coming at it anyway, you don't need the light.
Wow, H fucked me up. That was hella good H. I'm still kind of like...
Heavy on the lungs. You kind of compress the lungs a little bit. Don't give me too big a one then, Enrico. Yeah, that'll be fine.
On the boo-boo there, didn't it?
H is a killer.
That H there?
That's H.
I'm glad I took a smaller. I just took a smaller rip.
Is that H?
Yeah, I did. I watched everybody else suffer.
Choke like a motherfucker. That's some.
I still hacked a little bit.
It's H. H for hardcore smoke. Hardcore on the lungs. Hit it hard, Neil. Nah. Lungs can absorb a lot. You'd be surprised, Archer. 420, how much they can. You can. Those lungs can really suck a lot of smoke when they need to. But it's the similar. See, I'm not used to vaping this much. I usually smoke bong rips, and it's kind of a different story. Vaping is harder on my throat and lungs than bong ripping for me because I'm so used to bong ripping. When you vape a lot, you get more used to it.
Yeah, it's amazing what you get used to.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the bud cam? We're gonna show I again. Well, we certainly made sure we showed them the bud a lot. If you guys didn't see the weed, you weren't looking.
You need to go over and test it out. Part of the deal. Or at least have a piece of pizza.
Guess who I think finally showed up?
Who? Cloaky?
Smokey.
The weed dude is here.
Is the weed guy finally in the building?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, right at the end.
Unless I'm tripping out. I'm pretty high, but I'm pretty sure.
That looks like him,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Okay, let's get through the last two before we get Cloaky on.
This is I, is it?
It is. This is I.
All right. How does it smell? How's the eye smell? Smell your eye.
Fruity.
A little dry. It's a dry eye. You got dry eyes? Dry eye. Got a dry eye. It looks a little brown. Brown eye. Oh, yeah. Enrico like that one. Oh, here. Let's we'll give you the bud cam. Ha ha ha. You like that one. Oh, I'll always go there.
Okay.
All right. Right in the eye. Right in my eye. Okay. Okay, we're cooking it up.
All right.
All right.
Oh, was that, brother?
Oh, it's making my eyes water.
All right.
I like it.
I'll do I.
I'll go back in next one. Oh, this is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, Jay's the last
Oh
one.
my God, I'll go after.
And then we're going to get Mark Clokey, the wee guy, on to close it out. Well, that was I. And we're on to what? Jay. Okay, our very last one. And we thought was really cushy. Oh no, that was I. Yeah, I was the last one.
Right.
We got nobody else that wants Enrico. We got nobody else, but we're gonna move on to Jay, so we can get it done and get the wee guy in here.
Get Jade over here to try the J. Where is she? There she is. J for Jade. Hey Jade.
Okay.
Come try the J.
Enrico.
Hi, what's up,
Hi,
guys?
we need a Jade to try the J.
Oh, J for Jade. I
Yeah.
love it. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you should try this
What
one.
about J for Jeremiah?
That's true. I should also try it, I guess. How you doing, Jade?
Good.
It's good to see you.
I got some treats for you guys tomorrow.
Oh.
Got some,
I heard about licorice.
Yeah, the licorice.
Oh, man.
Famous Toblerone hash covered licorice.
Amazing stuff. Yeah, you make awesome goodies.
Okay, we're gonna
Very
wrap
good.
up this last rip, and then
Awesome.
you guys right here. He wants to come on, but he's got to go. So,
All right.
so load it up, and we'll get him in here.
J for Jade, here we go, guys.
J for Jade.
I don't know how to say this. Wow, it's got a beautiful texture to it.
Jeremiah.
Oh, the weed guy's here. Hi, weed
Right
guy.
around. Hey, how's it going?
How are
How's
you?
everything going? You guys get to enjoy the festivities while I make sure they're running in order.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Mark.
No problem. Naughty by Nature got charged on their credit card even though I made the booking under mine. So I had to run to the Delta
Uh-oh.
and then make sure it was paid for on my credit card, not Naughty by Nature's.
Jade, what'd you think of the J?
That is nice, actually. It's got a nice tangy after flavor. I would give that one about 7.5.
7.5. Okay,
It
on the
looked really
J.
good. That was one of the last entries, I think.
I didn't get to smell it, but
get
also these
bagged.
terpenes here are delicious.
That's pretty high on the Jade scale.
Mm,
She gave the
yeah,
last
definitely.
one a 6, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is
there you
going.
go.
We're moving up as we're going
Moving
along.
up. All right.
Yay. Thanks for sharing,
Yay.
guys.
Thanks for coming by for the J.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And we got the weed guy now. Do we have
How's
a
it going? Did you
W?
check out the kitchen yet?
The
new
kitchen-
floors and everything?
Oh yeah, I
The
did see
hard
the new
work?
floors. I was back there breakdancing.
Holy, commercial
Yeah.
floors. We
So-
we decided to make it all purdy here.
So, but there's no pizzas being thrown tonight.
No, hopefully we'll get it fired up tomorrow.
You know, we just went through every single strain.
I heard you guys just make it baked. Holy.
That's the first time we've done that on Pot TV. We just. This is the kind of shit. This was just on my lap.
I know, I had it sat there. It's for Naughty by Nature. I gotta convert it into
Oh.
American.
This is the kind of shit that this guy does.
What do you mean? It's all legit. Well, Naughty by Nature costs
I didn't
thousands
say
of
it wasn't
dollars. There's
legit.
nothing
I didn't say
secret
it
about
wasn't
that.
legit.
And it's
I just
sponsorship
love that
money
there's,
and
like,
my own
stacks
money that
of
does
cash
it.
falling out of you wherever you go.
Sponsorship money and my money makes this happen. It's thousands of dollars.
I know.
Thanks, buddy.
That's why you're an interesting guy to hang around.
That's why if you're smart enough to buy a ticket, you're getting a really good deal.
It's gonna be a really great show tonight. Naughty by Nature's like fucking awesome,
They're
epic,
across the
legendary
border.
hip
They're
hop
here.
band.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm excited.
Yeah, they're here. No charges. No like.
4
bazaars
hours at the
and-
border. At the border though.
4 hours. Holy fuck! Leave the guys alone. Why?
Here, you just keep adding to it.
Why 4 hours?
It's sweet, it's not the butter, right?
It's everything. They keeps mixing. I guess we could try some extracts. Sorry, that's not on tape. Here, try this one. This is another entry from HTTHM, Holy Trinity.
Holy fucking shit. Let's see this on the other cam here.
And this is Pandora's Box.
This one was a little much.
You gotta show the camera. These are entries. This is
These are
everyone's. We gotta
entries.
smoke all this weekend. Hello? All right, buddy. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Let's go outside where the bus stop looking thing is, where the taxis pick up people just outside the door.
This is some good shit. Should be taking photos of
there,
this
I'm in a
shit
red
too.
van, red Dodge Caravan. Okay,
Where's my camera?
That's the artist. Gotta go pick up Vlad. He's spinning dub and reggae. Just flew in from Saskatchewan. My favorite artist.
Oh yeah? What's his name?
Vlad.
Oh yeah, I know. I was advertising him in the article.
Oh yeah, he's on all the posters and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you show the camera that?
I did show the cam. Now I'm taking a photo. No, I showed the cam. I put it right up to the. Yeah.
What about Pandora's Box?
Yeah.
This
That they
one's
haven't
from
seen.
Toronto. I just flew it in.
Cool. I'm taking a photo of it here. Oh, whoops. Oh fuck.
Wow.
What? Shatter.
Oh shit. Just like to do
You were
this
on Pot
the air.
TV Live, eh?
Oh yeah, it's live.
Broadcasting,
Wow.
Damn, trying to get a good picture. Impossible. Shouldn't be doing it on
Feel
the air.
young.
Whatever, we're just hanging, getting high.
Did you get the Pandora's Box?
This is the
It's
Kush
from
Cup.
Toronto, from Marco.
I'm getting so high, I
Are
can
we gonna
barely
try it?
function here at the Kush Cup.
We have to smoke all of this. All the judges, all
We have to smoke all of this ourselves right now.
So much weed to smoke.
We have lots and lots of stuff. So where's the? Yeah, here.
Wow. You're just killing me. It's like one after the other. Leo. Tasty, eh?
Good, so cool.
Tasty. Hey. Like one of my best friends. Go. Go ahead, inhale. Suck. Yeah. He wasn't even inhaling. Okay, now he is. There you go. Woo! Let's try some Pandora's Box.
This chatter that says it's vegetarian zombie said I break for snacks. I'm so down with that. I'm so hungry. I got major munchies right now. Oh, and Redbeard is out there.
Wow. Flavor
Redbeard.
City. Wow, try that one, buddy.
Okay.
Pandora's Box. Woo! It's gonna be a long weekend. We're gonna be doing this on a boat tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow. Same place. 12 o'clock, gotta be there. Start boarding. My favorite.
Getting killed by all these. Getting smashed.
We bought at least 2 entries.
What was that?
That'd be a nice down from the slab there.
Another one?
No.
Sorry, put it away. Everyone's done. Yeah? Okay, cool. Sure. Anyone. Yeah, no problem. Anyone and everyone. Yeah, I'll be shooting video too.
Holy Moses. I really need a drink, I think.
Well, I want to thank everyone that has helped out. Sublimator, King Crop Seeds, Red Med, and Canada Clinic. Fuck, I'm stoned. Almost got that mixed up. Yeah, awesome. Mega Hill Process, Chapel Arts. Also, the Course Radio Group, Rock 101, and the Fox. They killed it this year. I was like on so many shows. It was unbelievable. And of course, my good friends at Trailer Park Boys for giving me the premiere of their wonderful, awesome, super funny movie I just seen in Toronto yesterday. Oh, buddy, like beyond cool. And they really want to collaborate and work with me. So, and we're talking about doing different things together. So stay tuned for more.
The movie's hilarious. He saw the
it was so funny, buddy. I'm not just, if you get the chance to see it, go see it. It's definitely hilarious.
Come see it this Monday here in Vancouver.
Yeah, I welcome
you have to be a member of the Kush Cup? Do you have to have the pass to get into
I'll be at the
premiere?
front door. So if you come there and you say you've seen me on Pot TV, I'll let you in, okay? I'll be at the front door. And so we'll be getting people in. I got about 100 extra tickets, I'd say, so... Yeah.
Pot TV viewers get into the movie for free.
Yeah,
so
no problem. Just info@kush.ca. Send me an email if you're really worried about it.
Yeah,
it's at 7 o'clock at the Scotiabank Centre in Vancouver. Scotiabank Movie Theater. This is legit. This is Cineplex Odeon had to okay that this promotional scheme with the radio and presenting Kush Cup all got okayed by really big people. So I got to meet the president of Cineplex Odeon yesterday. And just had an awesome party with the Trailer Park Boys at their premiere in Toronto.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Amy was there, and Marco was there for the premiere.
Cool.
I think I seen Matt Murnaugh too, and yeah.
The president of Cineplex Odeon.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he was there also.
He commands over many Odeons.
Of Cineplex Odeon Canada.
Oh,
just to be clear.
So
and
less
I seen him at the party.
Odeons, but...
It's still balling, buddy. Are you kidding me?
Or are they Cineplexes? What is an Odeon?
I think they're all one group now.
The Odeon is like the guy with the monkey?
Yeah. So, yeah, then come on down tonight. Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. Now that's at the place that used to be called Gossip. That's now called the Harbor Arts Center.
The Harbor Event Center.
Harbor Event Center.
And it's located by Edgewater Casino. Is the easiest way to get to it. Just say you're going there. The entrances are directly across from each other.
Yeah.
Yes. And any members of iMedicaid or viewers of Pot TV, just come to the front door. I'll get you in for free too. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Naughty by Nature needs you.
Naughty.
And they are at the hotel. They're across the border, so there's no-show. They're for sure here.
Awesome, man. Wow. So this is the third Kush Cup.
Yep.
And so how has anything changed for you doing it the third year through? Is it getting easier to do? Is it getting harder to do?
Well, I scaled it back in terms of the Health Expo as a model we tried to do so we could have a big, huge expo. Yeah. It's a big boys game, and I don't want to play it. It's too much money. We lost a lot of money being urban growers, so... Yeah, it was good.
The expos themselves do cost a lot to put out in the whole thing.
Yeah, so for me, the Kush Cup's always about just having a wonderful party, enjoying different cannabis. So I knew if I focused on that and had really good entertainment, that I'd be doing really well.
Yeah.
So
and it's jumping in here now. So.
Yeah. And for sure tonight it's going to be bumping, and I hope that tomorrow on the boat we'll be getting baked with the sublimator. And
I love the boat cruise, man. See, that's actually probably my favorite part of the whole thing is the boat cruise.
Me
it's
too.
Really fun, yeah.
For sure. And then we got really good City Reels going to be performing tomorrow, and Vlad will be doing dubstep and reggae, so I'll be dancing the night away to that.
There you go.
Yeah,
awesome.
High.
And so wait, so tomorrow at noon is the boat cruise. Then what happens tomorrow night? Is there something?
7 o'clock at Chapel Arts. There's a concert with City Reel.
That's the City Reel.
He just performed with Eminem in the Squamish Festival. He was one of the headliners there. One of the local acts they had up there. So I've seen him perform with Swollen Members also. He's a good, awesome local boy. He's also a member of iMedicaid.
And then Sunday
we got Among the Betrayed and 4 or 5 other bands also.
Right.
So Nikki Oman is in charge of all that.
And is that closing ceremonies and like?
That'll be the closing ceremonies, and then
award ceremony.
Yeah, and then that starts at 5, and then the bonus for the Monday is the 7 o'clock showing. If you're still around town, and anyone else that wants to go, the SwearNet movie from the Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, I thought it was on Monday.
It is on Monday. That's what I just said.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
just said
high.
that.
I'm
Everyone
very,
heard
very high.
that. 7
I thought
on
you.
Monday.
I thought you meant on Sunday.
I said on Monday was a bonus showing of the screening.
So on Sunday it's just the award ceremony.
It's more rock and the award ceremony. Yeah, we've given out the
You have to tell
the
me
cups.
5 times, please, because I'm really super
The
high
Redbeard
now.
cups.
Yeah, awesome. And also, Redbeard made the cups.
Yeah, I made 2 cups for us for the 2 first prizers. So that's the only one people care about anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's really awesome. Kush Cup. So far, it's been awesome, man. I got my bag, too. So we have 10 strains in this one.
Yeah, 10
And there's a bunch of
strains.
extracts I see here, but they weren't included in the bags.
No, so the idea is that throughout the weekend, everyone's dosed as much as possible, as you can see.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's a lot easier to space it out that way. I think.
So am I given a card that I should be voting on? How does it work?
Yeah, you'll zone in on which ones you like, and then you'll know, and then ask which that one's the favorite, and that's all you got to remember. And
Right.
in your judges kit, there is cards to write
there's
everything
cards.
down.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen the cards in the judges kit. We have cards in our judges kit, Jeff.
Yeah,
apparently.
with favorite strain and all that to help you
Oh
out.
shit, we better get that right now.
King
I got
Crop.
my
It's
Kush.
in the King Crop bag.
Oh yeah, Kush Cup bag.
I gotta go though. I gotta pick up the lad.
The
I gotta
weed
go to the
guy, Mark
airport.
Clokey.
I gotta go pick up some of the artists. So that's the whole thing,
Thanks.
having a show.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Mark E-Rock.
It's on like a stick.
It's on a stick.
pole. Looks really cool.
This one?
Yeah.
Ah.
There you go. So let's put which strain you like first. That's how we're gonna do it.
Okay. That's our ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one. Good enough. Thanks, man.
It works.
It does. Yeah, and so
That's
how many?
sweet.
There's 10, right? Oh yeah. Okay. So 1 to 10, and then extracts.
Write whatever you want. All I care is what your favorite strain is.
Okay.
'Cause there's only first place for each category.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right. The
We
weed
kept
guy.
it simple. No indica or sativa or hybrid. It's just like you want to be
Have
the
you
best.
sampled all of these yourself yet, or any?
No,
of
I
them?
haven't. I have not. No, I've.
We've now sampled all of them. Yeah.
And
they're pretty good actually. There's a few I like better than the others. There's some standout flavors in there. Yeah. I like F. C is really good. F is good. E is good. That F is amazing though.
Awesome. Well, you got a whole weekend.
I don't want to we shouldn't really been trying to
I'll
convince
make sure you get an
everybody
extra kit, buddy.
else. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Thanks,
All right,
man.
thanks, man. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon. I'll do more on the boat.
Mark Clokey.
Naughty by nature.
Go to imedicate.ca with a K, imedicate, and go to kush.ca.
And
get
I'm back.
tickets for the Kush Cup. So this is our ticket.
That's for the strain judging.
Apparently it is, yes.
All right.
And I guess we just kind of mark down which one we like the best.
Right. Okay.
It comes on this handy little thing. that we can
This is
stab
the voting
somebody
card.
with.
So you just week 1 is strain 1. Right.
Say what you're ready.
So-
Guess you just write something you like about it.
Pretty straightforward, I suppose.
There you go. Redbeard's in the chat.
Some to smoke later. Well, are we gonna wrap this show up
Yeah,
or what?
I guess so. I'm just staring off into outer space. We already went through all the strains, so I'd say we did pretty good.
Should we wrap it up with a Prairie Cup kickoff?
Well, I wanted to actually play another video that.
Oh,
I
we're
have
gonna do
here.
a video yet?
Well, there's two videos I was thinking about playing, but we'll just play one of them.
And then
we wanted, and then we can come back and do the extracts. Is that what you're saying? What are you saying?
No, I just want to pump the Prairie Cup again, bro.
Oh, the Prairie Cup. You should pump it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them about the Prairie. So the Prairie Cup, we're gonna be there. Pot TV is gonna be in the house.
Live 3
September.
days.
That's right. And what you really should do though is get a ticket out to the Prairie Cup. If you haven't been to Saskatoon before, you should go. It's amazing.
I agree. And we're gonna
Fucking
have
awesome out there.
all the people in the house. Opus back.
Yeah.
Opus live, and we're gonna have
Myrna.
Matt Myrna in the house.
So we're gonna host again. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Jeremiah
I've already
back.
been working on some stuff.
We got some excellent stuff happening this year with Gibson Glass coming down. So Gibson and Redbeard are doing the dab bar rigs this year.
I
Plus,
was just talking with Gibson.
that's
about
right. That's plus
coming down.
Gibson's gonna join Redbeard on the torch, and we're all gonna put a little torch time in. So live glass blowing demonstrations. We got Sita from Green Harvest in the house, so we're gonna have some sifting demos going on.
Nice.
Right, and then so Green Harvest.
And Matt Murnaugh will likely be the one hosting those hilarious demos.
That's right. We got Fresh Headies and Bubble Bags in the house, so they're gonna be doing some sift or some full melt. They got some fresh rollers frozen. They're gonna do some trim, and they're gonna do a hash bubble demonstration.
Redbeard, I think, is going to be there too, right?
Yeah, Redbeard.
He just said he's stoked for the Prairie Cup, but maybe he's talking about just watching the live feed. But
yeah, Redbeard.
I know Redbeard's coming.
Redbeard.
He told me that him and last year Redbeard was there as well.
He was.
He had a demo at the back part, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, it was.
So is that the same kind of thing that's going to happen this
Yeah,
time
same exact same
in
thing.
the same location.
Yeah, exact kind of same setup. We got some new people coming to the house for the trade show end of it. So we're really excited about this year. It's going to be all new entertainment, and we got live hip hop. We got rock and roll.
Man, last time there was some really good musical acts there as well.
For sure.
And there was some funny ones.
Yeah,
too.
everybody remembers the green out. Everybody remembers the green out. So.
That was really hilarious. Wait, that was Johnny Don't was the name of the band.
Johnny Don't, who recovered. Rebel O's is the guy. They're the ones who greened out. So.
Oh, that's Rebel O's. Okay.
Yeah, Rebel O's. So.
Right.
Great time, and the Saskatoon Prairie Cup. .ca if you want to come buy tickets or just check out the event, or if you want to email us and get involved, saskatoonprairiecup@gmail.com. I'm sure you'll be posting up on Pot TV everything as we get closer to the event. So
Green Out would be a good band name.
Nice.
Green
Out, the Green Out, the Green Day.
It's kind of like Green Day, I guess. That was thought of by N in the chat.
Nice.
Yeah, and Redbeard's referencing last year when the guitar player. Oh man, that was so
that
funny.
was great.
I
laughed my ass off. I was front row
high,
center.
Man. Yeah,
I laughed my ass off. It was
too
great.
Hilarious, yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I always say this. I really like the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup better than any of the cups that I've been to.
And I appreciate that,
it's
brother.
It's not just because I'm the host of it, but it's because it's actually the most sort of well put together of any of them. It's some of the most intimate environment in a good, awesome sort of venue that has everything you need right in one spot. So.
For sure, and that's what I'm trying to bring is just the community in Saskatchewan, what it means to be a Saskatchewan grower. I want to go through a list of my sponsors because I know that's super important, because without the sponsorship, we couldn't do any of it. Without the Pot TV people, we couldn't do any of this. So let's go through the list and see if I remember everybody. So Green Harvest, KDK Distributors, Sublimator, Fresh Headies Bubble Bag, Custom Culture, Skunk Magazine, Cannabis Culture, Pot TV, Treating Yourself, Redbeard Glass, Gibson Glass. There's just so many people that support us. Jake's Nutrients, Cones Canada. Who else is on that list? We got 420 Calgary, Keith and Debbie Fagan. Those guys are
Very
huge.
cool.
Calgary 420 group, we support them. Normal Canada, Dana Larson and Sensible BC. Everybody helps out along the way. Everything that everybody does, so I appreciated it. If I missed you on the list, my apologies, and we look forward to seeing you in September. And thanks for having me on the show today, Jeremiah. It's so much fun, dude. Crazy.
You kind of held it together while I was totally out in outer space today. I'm super fucking ripped.
Yeah,
man.
me too, dude.
I am super ripped. No, this is good. It was, I think, awesome because you kind of made sure we pressed through all of the different strains.
Well,
you held
our
all that
goal.
together too.
We had a goal, right?
We hit every single one of them.
You're gonna rock out
First
3
time
hours.
on Pot TV that we fucking knocked them all out on the first night.
First day. Done.
First day, man. Bam.
Done. Now we can party.
Know. But still, now when we're hitting them all weekend, we can savor the taste of those. And by the end of the weekend, that's when I can fill this thing out and be like, you know what? Well, I'm starting to lose it, so I'm going to make some personal notes on my strain selections tonight. I can remember everything now, but guaranteed in an hour I'm going to be done.
Dude.
I'll be falling asleep at Naughty by Nature unless I get a coffee, probably.
All right. Are we going to go? Are we going to go over to the video? Should we shoot over to the video?
We should, yeah. So,
okay.
So, Tom, not that video, but there's another video on the front page of Pod TV. It's the breakfast television video. It'd be, it's in the pod. If you went to Pod TV under the, yeah, exactly. and go breakfast television. It's probably the newest one. That's the one. That's the video. I want to watch that one. Kush Cup 2014, Vancouver. Mark Clokey, the weed guy, came by. Said he's going to make sure we get an extra bag of weed. I don't know if we're going to be able to smoke that much. Okay,
well, I don't know. Roll up some fatties for it.
Tommy said.
The Prince of Pot and his lovely wife, Jody. Mark and Jody Emery are here. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
I'd like to hear that Legalize It song. That's good.
You like that one?
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of that over the next year, I'm sure.
Let's go back to the last 4 years for you, and then we'll look ahead. What was it like? Is it as we might imagine in a U.S. prison?
It looks like you would imagine, because a U.S. prison is just like all the TV shows, Oz and all that. It's all concrete and steel, and we all have a uniform to wear, and since I was in a medium prison, that's the one lower than penitentiary, everybody's covered in tattoos. There's people like me who look like innocents, by comparison. But I knew at least 50 guys had their entire head tattooed and things like that.
Did you feel safe there?
I did feel safe there. I was in 6 different prisons overall in 4.5 years, and I never at any point felt threatened in any place. And actually, I rarely heard an unkind word directed at me. Fortunately, wherever I went, people could validate my identity very quickly. A lot of people had seen me on television. Television shows I was on, including some really good ones, on National Geographic and Discovery Channel, played in the prison a lot. Like at least 6 times the National Geographic show showed up over 3 years. So I had elevated status because of who I was, and other people who had known me when they were on the outside, they had read about me, and so in prison they were able to say that guy's famous and so. And then I got to be in a band. I was taught how to play bass guitar. I played in a rock and roll band, a fabulous rock and roll band, and I did 14 concerts. I became a musician, so I kept very busy. I had 25 magazine subscriptions. I read a book a week. I had the New York Times, which I loved. I had books of Sunday crossword puzzles to do. I mean, I want to say I had a good time, but I kept really busy. The days went by fast, and the weather was usually nice in Mississippi.
And now you, clearly have a message and are going to be very busy on this side of the border. What is the plan of action as you move forward? We saw the homecoming the past couple of days, especially here in Vancouver. What's the plan of action?
Well, normally you don't know an election's coming, and then they call when you have 30, 35 days, and there's not really much to discuss. Issues really aren't discussed at election time, but this is unusual. We know the election's going to be in 14 months, so that's actually like a target date. So I decided that I am going to hijack this election, and we're going to make it a referendum on marijuana legalization. And in fact, we've got a promotional campaign already, and it'll be October 19th, 2015 is legalization day. Just show up. Because my feeling is if I can get the 3 million people in the cannabis culture to actually show up and vote for one specific party, the Liberal Party of Canada, where their leader has promised to legalize marijuana, then we can end the whole debate once and for all on that day, one day. If everybody spends 30 minutes of their life and shows up, we'll make that happen, and they'll have a Liberal majority, and then I would expect quite shortly afterwards we'd see legal marijuana all across Canada, and that would end 45 years of a colossal injustice that we've had.
So where do you think that the profits from legalization of marijuana should go?
They should go to the people who earn them.
And taxes should go where?
That would exclude government, of course. But realistically, we all have to compromise in ways of legislation. So I'm quite content to see marijuana taxed, but I don't want to see it punitively taxed. See, I don't accept the idea that marijuana is a vice. I accept that marijuana is a healthful balm for people who need it medically. It's a wonderful euphoric for those who want to use it recreationally. But I don't believe we're sinners, and therefore we don't have to pay sin tax. Like tobacco, yeah, that'll kill you, and it's bad for you, and it puts a lot of health care costs on our system. And alcohol has terrible, terrible social implications, safety implications, health implications. So there's a tax on that can be exceeding the PST and GST. But I don't accept that marijuana causes any of these problems, and therefore we should only be subject to PST and GST. And that means a very low tax regime. And ultimately marijuana will be a lot cheaper because competition in a legal environment will bring it down. We should be able to grow it in our backyards too. And so I believe we will, because the federal government, when they legalize it, they're just going to withdraw marijuana from the schedule of controlled drugs and substances. Then it will be up to the provinces to regulate it, and you'll have 13 different regimes. And the important problem we have now is that the provinces aren't talking about it. They're totally saying, oh, it's not our business. It's going to be their business very shortly because the provinces have the jurisdiction of regulating something like marijuana.
And Jody, last time you came on, I mean, we were talking about pushing for the nomination, the Liberal nomination in the Vancouver East riding. Clearly, this is a passionate issue with the platform. What are the other key issues you're going to push for to get this nomination and push forth?
Well, everybody says pot isn't really a big topic, but I'm here to remind people that it relates to everything else. We're seeing next door in Washington State and in Colorado generating money, millions of dollars for hospitals and schools. Canadians are most concerned about jobs and the economy. And when we're talking about the marijuana industry, it represents billions of dollars in jobs that are currently being given to gangsters by the prohibitionist policy. So I want to talk about the money that can be raised to help all the other issues where money is needed. We aren't going to see major changes with healthcare or education, no matter what party you vote for. And as I've often said, nearly 44% of our income goes to taxes generally across Canada. And we're not getting the services that we need for that. So my biggest plank that I used even during the provincial campaign is reprioritizing spending. We're all overtaxed and underserved with regards to our essential services. But I don't think we need to raise taxes or cut services. I think we can use the money that's already there, reprioritize where it's being spent. And with marijuana, we need to legalize it to save billions of dollars in enforcement, courts, and we can allow people to get jobs, pay taxes, and again, get the gangsters out of those job positions. Americans are working those jobs right now. Why can't Canadians who are desperately looking for work? And then you have to look at other issues with policing, the spying, the massive growth of the policing industry with tanks and militarized weapons, all used with respect to the gangs and the drug trade and this problem that the policy creates. So again, that's about money and our civil liberties and making sure that people aren't going to be burdened with the expense financially of funding prohibition, but that we can also benefit financially from legalization. And that can go towards addressing all of the other top concerns people say are more important than pot. And of course, in Vancouver East, drug prohibition, major issue. The insight is in that riding, and it's setting an example that is yet to be followed around the world. So I would love the opportunity to go to Ottawa and say, listen, this is helping people. It should be brought to Ottawa as well, where they're trying to implement harm reduction, and talk on those issues. Again, it's about money, lives, civil liberties, and prohibition affects all of us in that way.
Your message is certainly crystal clear. We'll be hearing more from you, I'm sure, as we do get ever closer.
She became quite the politician.
Clearly,
yeah.
right?
Wow.
Welcome back.
Yeah, he hasn't seen much yet.
That's right. Here it is.
I had a wonderful teacher for so many years.
This is
my irreverent, playful attitude towards politics is dated, I see.
I'm the boring one.
You guys are welcome to come back here and speak with us on these platforms and much more. Your travels, I understand you're heading across to Europe now.
Oh, goody.
So, well, we'll be glad to.
All right, so we just went back onto Pot TV here.
All
and
right.
we have crazy Google glasses in the house
glasses.
here. Adrian, come over
Who
here.
even has that?
Can you come on cam? May Moon here with her crazy googly glasses.
Did you get through?
Look at these glasses.
The only one I let through.
So, explain these things. How do you just talk to them, right?
Your Google Glass connects your Bluetooth to your iPhone or your Android, and then you click the connectivity, and then you talk to it. And you simply just say, "Okay, Glass." You go from there.
And it didn't just do it. You didn't talk on the snap. You have to tap it.
"Okay, Glass. Take a video." "Okay, Glass. Take a video."
Google never worked for
It's loud in here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
It's
loud.
probably background chatter,
When
right?
you're recording a video, does it inform the person that you're recording a video?
Well, if you look at it when it's on, there's a little rectangle.
Yeah.
And when it's off,
Oh, that's cool.
there you go, and then you can't see the rectangle.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
will show that rectangle whether they're looking at you or recording something or
And
on
so
the
can you
internet.
serve the internet?
Yes, you can.
What? You can serve like web pages?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck? I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah,
that's
no
really
doubt.
cool. How much? How much do they cost you?
They cost $1,500 US.
Oh, good lord! All right. And are they worth it? Do you mean?
I think so. They're in beta testing right now, so
Yeah.
they're still working on programs.
Yeah.
But this is in fact a rogue pair. This is from the United States that's been brought here on vacation.
Oh, can you play Tetris?
You can play games, yeah.
There's games? No way. Wow, that's really cool. Soon it'll be like first-person shooters with your goggles on. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I could get down with that. I don't know. I might. Does it creep people out? Do people say anything to you like, yo, like want to punch in your face or
Anybody say
anything?
anything to me yet?
Well, you're a pretty
but
girl, so.
Mostly like, is that Google Glass? It's so cool. And I'm like,
like, yeah, and they can look at it.
That's pretty awesome. It's like me, I'm like, oh, like, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, I like it. It looks awesome. Well, thanks for explaining to us. That's the first time we've had Google Glasses on the show. So there you go.
There you go.
Only at the Kush Cup do you have
Only.
Google Glasses.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice. Vanilla Coke and
Shed of vanilla Coke. Oh, lots of good flavors of Coke. All the good flavors of Coke. All right, well, I guess we should wrap this up.
We're going to wrap it up.
7:13. It's been 3 hours of raw broadcasting here on Pot TV.
And straight getting big.
That's right. We went through all our different strains, A to J, with a little help from our friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of help from our friends.
Stoner Advisory.
Yeah, get a little help from your friends.
Thomas as well.
Tommy, thanks for all the help.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas.
Video editing.
Producing the show today.
Mark Clokey, the weed guy.
The weed, totally.
Yeah,
we couldn't do it without the weed guy. It's all his, this whole
That's
Kush
right.
Cup thing.
Kush
So
Cup.
we'll be back tonight with Naughty by Nature. I guess that starts at about 9 or 10.
You betcha.
And yeah, so watch some more Pot TV late tonight at PT, 10 p.m. Or probably, like, I imagine that things might get rolling a little earlier than 10. So
Yeah.
tune
Show up
in
a
and
bit
check
earlier.
Shit out.
Hell yeah.
And we'll be broadcasting some, at least, of the boat cruise tomorrow until we get too far out in the ocean when we can't get a signal. But usually we can pick up a signal.
Right
so
on.
we'll be on the boat cruise live tomorrow at noon.
Perfect.
There you go.
Link
Make
up
sure
then.
to bring the sunblock for me so I don't
Hell
turn
yeah.
into a
Mr.
lobster.
Red Face from last year.
Exactly.
I got to say, it was a pleasure today, Jeremiah. Thank you
It was
again.
fun having you on the show,
Yeah, it was
Jeff.
great.
I love
Huh?
having you as my wingman.
Word.
Anytime that you're in town in Vancouver, you're always quite welcome to come and be my
I know.
co-host.
I appreciate it. Can't wait to
Always
see you
fun.
boys out for the Prairie Cup, too. It's going to be a
amazing,
party.
man. Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to get together with Myrna and Opus.
Yeah, the whole crew.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
We'll
Awesome.
do 30-foot vapor bags
And everybody from
till the cows
Saskatoon.
come home.
Like all your crew out there who are so amazing and awesome.
Yeah.
The Sarahs, everybody is amazing.
A lot of big help.
Yeah.
Without that, I can't have the event happen. So,
Yeah, you guys are so awesome.
right on.
All right, Pot TV.
Peace out, Pot TV.
Tune in
Thanks for
later
tuning
tonight.
in.
We'll see you soon.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll tune in. Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. OPP.
It's going to be sick. Peace.